Yarr.
Rick just over there messing with his blinds. Everybody getting ready to listen to Katie do the recap.
Do not put that on now. Do not. God dang it, Josh. You're on my list. Every time. There has to be a number limit. I have served 2 terms. All right, let me scroll down. Yeah, it's great.
You had more time to watch the episode. Or more time to not watch the
review your
episode.
notes.
That's exactly what I did. That's exactly what I did. And I didn't just find out that I gave up on my notes halfway through last session. It's fine. Okay, so where we left off at the beginning of the last session, we had just temporarily stopped the golem and boarworm from crushing us. We were able to get into the cave. And from there, we came upon several different challenges. The first of which was a trial involving different colored vials and numbers. Gaffon was able to identify that one of the numbers was not a prime number, and it was able to unlock the door to the next room. Gap in notes. I think there was a lot of talk about a dog. I've got Rowan written.
We
Just a dog, not the dog.
Dog. Rowan did not join us, so I think there's a lot of discussion and concern about how we take care of the dog and not abandon him. We travel down another spiraling stair. Luckily, this time not at great length. And this opens to a door. This is where it kind of it's fuzzy. We end up inside the home of a dwarf in the Tribor Mountains. 600 years in the past. We speak with this dwarf who had fought in the previous ordaining to try and get more information on stopping it. We returned the 500 platinum pieces that we found that were apparently from the dwarf from 600 years ago. Not digging into that too much so our brains don't explode. More fuzzy notes I'm going to fill in. I have a note here that says Josh fights with Gareth for 5 minutes. That must have been entertaining.
What?
I don't know. I kind of want this to be...
It was the hall with the fireballs. With the
yeah,
on the wall.
Somebody threw like a
yeah.
firebolt at him too.
Every time I do recaps from now on, we are going to play the game of deciphering Katie's notes. I am intentionally now going to give up partially. So we got through another trap, this one involving pressure plates and fireballs. And this brought us to a very large cavern filled with water, which was automatically, understandably concerning for both Larch and Levy. But it turns out that the new members of the party can, in fact, swim decently well. So
I'm good at riding on backs.
That's fair. We made our way across this very large, quiet lake and found a sphinx.
Kind of sphinx.
Yes. A female sphinx. we are able, with the very, very great help of Jasper, to speak with her, not anger her into killing us, which was very nerve-wracking, but it went very well. We got some, I feel, decent enough information that will successfully lead us on to the next place, and made it out alive. See, my notes gave up halfway through the lake.
Go find her mate.
Her mate, yes. Her mate is living on an island in the ocean somewhere.
Do we get points for knowing these?
Also, no. It's called the Oasis of Prosperity. Okay. I vaguely remember, I think, there was monsters on it. What kind of monsters?
There's a volcano.
Draugr, yes. Remember the Draugr.
A volcano.
A volcano monster.
Volcano monster. That's triggering me. What does that remind me of? Trolls.
I'm just immediately thinking the volcano titan from Hercules, from Disney's The Hercules.
He was the best titan. I liked the volcano titan. So that's pretty much where we left off. We had decided as a group to head back towards Waterdeep to let them know the information we found and hopefully get maybe a little bit of help on our way out. We were waylaid by... No, I'm not. I'm getting to it. These are boys. Okay. I'm ending on the interesting bit. As we got out of the cave, we were attacked by some very stupid thieves. Go ahead. It's his favorite part. Go ahead and describe it.
We absolutely destroyed them. It was awesome.
Since you have a way with words, describe how Gaffin woke up, then destroyed one, then went back.
You used your wand of magic missile, right?
Yeah, with like 4 charges.
Yeah.
Or I cast a level 3 magic
it was a level 3 magic missile.
I just like rolled over, blasted him.
Basically, we each had a turn, and we each completely demolished a bandit.
Yeah.
Yes.
The important part.
Yeah.
The dog is fine. The dog is with us.
The only good party member. I'll die on that hill.
I do enjoy a McFly.
Morning ritual. Not that ritual. I'm going to walk over to Larch and hold my bag open.
Oh, God.
I close my eyes, I put my hand in, and I pull it out and throw it. Have we gotten them all yet?
I don't think so. You have an ape. You have an ape.
An ape?
And then I'm going to go over to Kobold and... a giant weasel. And then I'm gonna look at Jasper and Levine and be like, you two can fight to the death for this one.
No death is needed. I abstain. Gareth, your audio isn't coming through on the stream. According to the
Matt.
probably looked at it.
Dun dun dun.
Hello?
Hello.
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 That's unfortunate. All right. Hello, everyone, and welcome to tonight's episode
There
of
he is.
D&D.
I am not doing it again.
Did any audio come through?
Wait, yeah.
Yes, he says it was just Gareth. I'm not doing it again.
I've just been talking to myself. That's fine.
Were
All
you
right.
not on like the audio layer in your OBS or something?
I guess
or?
my audio layer changed back to default instead of my microphone,
Oh.
which is
Anyway,
BS. But
so-
yeah, I've
I'm
not
gonna
really
walk
said
over
anything
to-
important.
I'm gonna walk over to Jasper and be like, since you played your thing so well, I'll give you this one. I said what I said.
Played that thing.
I got a 5.
Play that funky
You
music.
have a black bear,
Nice.
Ooh.
and then I instruct all the animals to obey their individual. There's just the first 15 minutes of this stream has been riddled with technical difficulties.
Yeah,
You gotta get them all out of the way.
It
it's
sounds like
Wizards, man.
it's because we took
he
that.
sits back down, and it sounds like he just like guitar smashed something.
Rick, can you hear us? Okay. Oh, and now my
Oh no,
interesting.
come back.
Roll 20 died
There we
on
go.
stream, which is interesting as well.
Oh no!
Everything's going wrong. My headset just died. Roll 20 is going.
It's right. It's
Your
only
audio.
it's only been 11 minutes, so we're still good.
We miss 1 week and everything riots.
Maybe next time Matt should watch
Everything's on
sports.
fire.
There, I
Yeah.
said it. No sports next time, Matt.
Who sits there and watch sports ball anyway?
You
Yeah.
can sit here and watch D&D instead.
This could be us, but you playing sports.
So you've summoned your aminals. One's playing on the drums. Sorry, that made me chuckle. It is going to be around about a month's journey back to Waterdeep. You guys are fairly far north, and it was several weeks to get to Becton, so it's going to be... You got a month to settle in with each other, assuming none of you die on the way back.
Would it help if we went through the Triboard Trail 600 years in the past?
No, that's even further. That's about a month and a half,
Okay.
plus 600 years.
600 years.
So
Plus 600. So close.
That's a lot. How many months? I'll wait.
I'm not doing the math. If you want to do the math, you can go back yourself. So
On it.
It's 7,200.
Six. What?
What's 12 times 6? What's 12
It's
times
7,200. 7,201 and a half months.
All right, you got me.
yeah, Jasper, jeez.
Nerd.
Jeez. How dare you do that off the top of your head while Josh corrects you with his calculator app?
So, the morning, it's getting, the days are starting to get nice, even though you are a bit further north. The days are getting nice. You're coming into mid-spring around this point, and there's a nice breeze, nice smell of fresh flowers, dew upon the grass. It's a nice morning. And sorry, go ahead.
So this was it an amulet that she gave me?
Yes, she gave you a necklace, a
necklace.
beautiful glittering emerald set inside a silver chain.
So this necklace has some properties. I don't know which one of us would benefit the most from it. Essentially, it makes it so if somebody tries to like grab you or wrestle with you or something, you're pretty much always going to win that. And it also makes it so you better resist things, I guess is the best way of describing it. Out of character, like we discussed earlier, it's a +1 to your saving throws and you're immune to grappling. So I don't know. And it seems like there's more to it, but I can't figure out what else there is, because this is a lot of arcane power for just that simple enchantment. So that could be both good and bad. Like the Gyna Sphinx didn't exactly say she was on our side, so she has no reason to just, here's this that is all bonuses with no negatives. So I don't know the full extent of this necklace, so just throwing it on has risks.
Yeah, I feel like she was being pretty genuine, you know? I don't. A gift horse might just be a gift horse.
Yeah, I don't think she was just outright like trying to trick anybody, because she was real honest. And the thing with sphinxes in general is they don't like lying and riddles and stuff like that, because they're all about knowledge itself. So hiding something is kind of against their nature, but they are secretive too. They're not just going to give away everything unless they need to. So, but she didn't tell us anything about it. She said, this will help you. I cast my identify spell on it, and this is what I figured out. But there are limitations to identify. So, like I said, it's not really going to benefit me, because I don't plan on grappling people.
Well, I don't think anybody usually plans on it.
Does this work if, say, somebody used the abilities to change their shape into multiple animals?
Well, it depends. I don't know a lot about your like nature magics per se, but if you keep the attributes of your gear, then you should keep the attributes of any magical item on you.
I don't think I do.
So I mean that would be the question.
You do keep your features and traits as of your person, unlike polymorph, where you lose everything, you just become that new creature.
So wild shape, you should keep all of your gear effects.
Yeah, wild shape, you just embody
Assume that
creature.
Form.
Rather than polymorph, you become that new creature.
So, but I don't know anything really about.
But hey, that's weird.
Nature magics.
You woke up one morning and you could turn into a bear. So I mean, hey, who knows?
I just woke up with an instruction manual right next to me.
You are a bear.
Dear Larch.
So
think real hard, but not too hard till you poop.
The inner bear and you.
So I don't think this item would benefit me the most. So I think like the hands-on type of people are more likely to get into a scrap with some, like hand-to-hand scraps with somebody. So
what about we give it to Rowan?
Rowan will
never be grappled.
I mean,
he will.
I just want to throw out there. Well, I get the sense that this is an extremely valuable and extremely powerful necklace.
Yeah, I feel like we
don't know the extent of.
Before I give it to Rowan, I would want to at least wear it for a little bit to see if there is some sort of side effect.
I'm not worried about the side effect.
We're not into animal testing.
But dogs wrestle with each other.
You would always win.
Is this Cobalt trying to pitch in?
That dog weighs 200 pounds. I think it's going to win every time anyway.
Not if Larch turns into a dog.
Considering the number of large animals that this party now usually contains, that's not always true.
It also requires attunement, and I'm not sure if a dog can do that.
It's worth a shot, maybe.
It would be Rowan. I think it should either be Rowan or Larch. I feel like if Levy had it, it would be like Levy has nothing aside from her melee pretty much, which kind of makes it more awkward if someone with ranged spells gets grappled, in my opinion. I wouldn't want Larch's hands tied up or body tied up. He could get me out of trouble easier than I could get him out of trouble. In most cases.
I mean, there's something to say on both sides of the fence, though. Is like if you have somebody like me who's weak and can't fight somebody off, then I automatically win that fight with it. But I'm trying to not be in that situation where there are like you and Larch that purposely get into that situation. So
well, that's why I didn't say you should, because I immediately was like probably the weakest of the party, so that at least a portion of that risk is taken out. But it's fair at the same time. Larch and I are usually in the front.
Well, let's just do it this way. I don't want it. Levine doesn't want it. Jasper, do you want it?
I heard you say risk, and I don't want it anymore.
Okay. Larch, so, I mean, I guess, Cobalt, do you want it?
No, I'm good.
Okay, so Larch, I'm going to give it to you, and I guess I don't really know the relationship between you and Rowan, but if you want to give it to your dog, I would advise completely against
that. The dog already has a rare magic item, I think.
So add air quotes.
So, like, we got to think, I just joined the party. Like, I don't know anything about Rowan, except that he's a dog. So,
Rowan is my father.
Why do you give some like crazy necklace to a dog?
To be fair, Rowan is already wearing a crazy necklace.
It's true.
Yeah. And I don't agree.
Rowan could be hurt.
Rowan's the only one in this party that can resurrect people currently.
So I give it to Larch.
Thank you, Gafan.
All right, I will give that to Larch.
I'll put it on, I guess, and start attuning to it.
So you
for the sake of science.
Wake up and you're not going to have a short rest. Okay. All right.
Whatever.
It's going to take a month. What's another half morning?
It's true.
Yeah. Just do it over breakfast. Whatever.
Yeah.
You start to feel pretty good. You feel a little bit more nimble.
Vibing.
You feel you're vibing.
And then you feel this cold, icy hand on the back of your neck.
No, he's not sick.
I have a stroke.
Hey, you can do that in the private of your own home.
Wow.
Before we head out, Larch would go to Levy. I think you're muted, Gareth.
No, I didn't say anything.
Oh, I thought you said something.
No.
Hey, Levy. I had a question for you.
Yeah.
Could you teach me how to use like weapons? I mean, I seem to be up in the thick of it a lot, and magic can't always help you out with everything.
You're not wrong.
Multi-class.
Triple class.
Multi-class all the way down, baby.
What do you want to learn?
Just how to like swing it and hit something with it. I mean, I did it like one time before with that really thin sword that I found.
The rapier. I did. That one. I did see you with the rapier.
That was kind of fun.
It was a beautiful rapier.
Sure. Well, sadly, the one thing I don't have on my person is a long sword, short sword, or a rapier.
I've got one of these, I think. Hold on, let me look in here. Yeah, I got this short sword, but I don't really know how to use it.
If you're sure, yeah.
I think so.
Okay.
Maybe just, a little bit of training here and there, just to, get my bearings with it.
Yeah.
Good.
Which way to point it?
At the person you want to stab is usually the safest.
Oh, okay.
Also-
So not sideways like this. He holds it sideways.
When you're used to using a machete, out and away, not towards your leg.
Large is like gangster holding his short sword.
I do not teach that. No, we do not have that behavior. Yeah, I will start training with Larch.
So, over the next few days, the weather stays. It's nice, calm breeze. Nice, fresh smelling season. Some of your allergies are kind of starting to act up because the pollen's starting to come out through the air and whatnot, but it's a fantasy world, so the allergies aren't that bad.
So you have a magical.
I have none.
Roll for allergies. No, it's a very beautiful scenery. The trees, where at once they were just small buds, they're starting to blossom into large evergreens, and some of the pine cones are starting to come out. Some of the oaks and the elms and whatnot are starting to come into full vibrancy. Levine, roll me a d20, please. Okay.
No, you do me dirty.
So, after around 5 days of travel, you're training with Larch. He's kind of picking it up a bit. It's not too bad. Gaffon and Jasper are there. Short people, it's fine. You guys are slowly kind of starting to form a small amount of camaraderie together. That just kind of sorrow is slowly kind of alleviating itself. At around dusk of the 6th day, Jasper would Jasper, far up ahead, you can see the faint plumes of smoke rising from a few tufts of trees. And near you, however, you hear the very soft sounds that you've heard a few nights in a row of soft meowing. You just hear meow, meow, meow.
Hey, Larch, do you want some more animals?
Huh?
If you listen
Oh,
real
boy.
carefully, you can hear a cat.
Firebolt.
Kitty.
Kitty. I'm going to speak with animals.
Okay, to
And-
which animal?
To cats.
The musical?
Yes.
Oh, no.
Memory.
The movie.
Okay. So you just kind of say out loud. I mean, don't forget, you can already... Animals can already understand you, it's just you wouldn't be able to...
Mhm.
Alright.
Hey, cat. Are you there?
What up, cool cat? My name's Larch.
What's up? You're the cat's pajamas.
What's
Hello,
up, all you
fellow
cool
cats.
cats and kittens?
Large throws on a leather jacket, greases his hair back, and
Kicks a jukebox.
Top cat.
You
A nice
all,
vest.
you all hear Larch kind of start meowing out into the woods. And
Into
it's
the
just...
woods.
It's not the weirdest thing that you've heard Larch do.
Oh, this is normal.
And Rowan kind of perks up his ears, and he kind of runs over to one of the a tall evergreen, and you hear from high up in this tree, "Help!
Hey, Rowan, stop that. Stop that, Rowan. I go up to the cat and is the cat light enough to pick up with Mage Hand?
You can't see it yet.
Wow.
You just
Hey,
hear
okay
from
up there?
high up, just help! Help!
You okay up there? Need a hand?
It's so high."
All right, what can I do?
shut down the tree.
Just airbolt at the bottom of the tree.
Chop down a tree, build a ladder, climb the tree. Big brain.
If you jump, I can get you down safely. I promise.
It's so far.
It's okay. I'll catch you.
Roll me an animal handling check. With advantage, so just roll again.
Arch takes 47 piercing damage when he catches the cat.
I have magic that can help you get down with ease.
Magic? You're like Mother.
Did your mother know magic?
Yeah.
Like a wizard?
Meow. There's a dog down there.
He's okay. Watch, Rowan. Don't bother the cat. It's like McFly.
Fine. Rowan just kind of walks over and just kind of body checks Jasper and sits beside him.
As this whole thing's going on, I'm checking out these plumes of smoke that we see up in the distance, like if it looks like a camp or a settlement or...
Jasper, this dog is fairly larger than you.
Oh yeah, I'd do a tumble.
Yeah, he just kind of body checks you and just sits down beside you and just... You start looking around. It looks like there might be a cottage a little bit further up ahead. You kind of see the faint markings of a orange and gray spotted cat kind of peek up over a very high branch. He looks like they look like they're maybe 40 feet in the air. And the cat kind of sits there for a second, stares down at Larch, and then just jumps.
I cast Featherfall.
Okay. The cat kind of begins slowing, and then it manages to land. And it just kind
of wasn't so bad.
It just kind of freezes as it's staring right at it. It just kind of no, it just kind of freezes and it just freezes and stops and looks at Rowan.
I'll stand between it and Rowan and lean down. It's all right. You don't have to worry. What's your name? I love when Garrett has to make up a name for an animal.
I love that he still doesn't do that very first thing.
Jasper.
Your name's Jasper too?
No, I'm the first Jasper.
Okay, you're Jasper 1 and he's Jasper 2. Okay. What are you doing out here, Jasper 1?
Chasing a bird, but I got caught in a tree.
Seems to happen when you're chasing birds who live in trees.
Yeah.
It's not as fun when you don't have a way down.
Yeah. This cat's fairly small. It's about the size of McFly. It looks like it's probably still a kitten. It's got big gray pads, and it's just kind of a long orange and gray tail, and its ears are kind of floppy still on the side of its head, and it's just kind of looking around, smelling towards Rowan.
Do you know how far you are from here? Like, where you live?
Ask if it's from that cottage up there.
Are you from the cottage over there?
Mother's there.
No, it's Norman Bates, kitty. Okay.
That was scary.
It kind of pads around you, Larch. It's still kind of not very it looks fairly young, and it kind of pads over towards Levine and just kind of looks up towards you.
Norman Bates was young when he killed his mom.
And
it's true.
Jasper just kind of pats at Levine's tail.
I moved my tail.
We should
like up and away, or like just play with it?
No, just like a little over.
It kind of scurries over and scurries over and pats it again.
Do you want us to like bring you back home? I mean, I'm sure your mother's worried about you.
Yeah.
Let's bring you over that way.
Okay.
Witches name their cats Jasper.
The cat kind of pads over and just starts climbing Levine's leathers.
I know, we're gonna take Jasper home.
And just
what?
We're taking. Sorry.
Yeah, we've been
Jasper
home
1.
for like
We're
6 days.
taking Jasper 1 home. You're Jasper 2.
What?
The cat's name is Jasper.
I don't trust that cat one bit.
And his name is Jasper 1.
The cat
So that
kind of
makes you
sits.
Jasper 2.
The cat sits on Levine's shoulders. Its long tail kind of coming around. You hear kind of. You feel kind of
Come
faint.
Jasper 2, or are you going to stay?
Sorry, what was that?
Are you coming?
Yeah. Just
Alright.
keep the cat over there.
You kind of feel like it's purring around your neck.
All right. Well, we're heading to the cottage.
Larch, you hear as it's purring, it just says, "This one smells like mother."
I'm gonna ignore that.
I'm going to ignore that.
Would a kitten be considered would I be able to talk to that with my speak with small beasts?
Yeah, it's a small beast.
So would I have heard that?
What's your passive perception?
13.
Yeah, it's not hiding it. It just says out loud, kind of rubbing up against Levine. It just says, "This one smells like mother."
You see me visibly get excited, and I'm like trotting behind.
Kobo just kind of pets Rowan, and they start walking behind as well. So you walk another 10, 15 minutes or so towards this cottage. And as you're walking, Jasper 2, sorry, you begin...
I like how a cat shows up and you instantly get demoted.
Jasper, you begin noticing kind of high up in a tree a large kind of like a child's mobile, but made out of hollowed out bones. And
Hold up.
it's kind of just dangling there in a tree, and up in another tree you kind of see the it looks like a human skull or a humanoid skull kind of stapled to another tree.
Yeah, I think we should take the long way around. If you guys notice these beautiful, beautiful decorations, is this where we want to be going? Like, we're close enough. Rufus the cat can find his way back.
Jasper 1.
It's Jasper. Jasper 1.
No, his name is Rufus now.
Jasper 1.
I lean over to Larch and I think somebody's jealous.
You can think what you want. I don't want to go to a cottage that has a welcome mat that consists of skeleton and skull decorations.
Jasper, you can see large claw marks across some of the trees. One sign in what language do you speak, Jasper?
Let me double check. Common and Goblin.
That's it?
That's it.
All right, you don't understand it, but it looks like large scrolling is just kind of burnt into a tree. Looks menacing.
So this would be Exhibit C now of why we don't want to keep going this direction. I think we just sneak right on by.
Hey, Larch, can't you read everything?
Oh yeah.
Just give him
Hold on
10
a second.
seconds.
I'll do my once a day cast a ritual for
All right.
its regular time. So I'll do comprehend language.
As you're looking at it, Levine also looks at it, and you both understand it. It's infernal. It says, "Keep out."
It says what?
We didn't.
It says keep
It
out.
says keep out. And we didn't listen the last time something was written in Infernal. And I'm still going to vote.
You've seen other things written in Infernal?
Yes. Yes.
Hey, so we're just gonna leave your cat Jasper here. I take Jasper off of Levy and put him down.
The tail kind of tightens a bit as it trying to pull it away. Meow.
Okay.
Come on, get off your cat.
Just be nice to Jasper one.
So we're just gonna leave your cat here. We didn't want to intrude on your space, but your cat was kind of stuck in a tree, so
Jasper,
you're welcome.
up ahead you see the door of the cottage opens.
Do you want us to come in? Or
No.
After a few seconds, you see a large shadow illuminated by the backdrop of a crackling fire interior. It's got large menacing horns sticking out from its sides, looking very, very devil-like. It's got a pronged tail sticking out to its side.
I know so many stories where this is how people die.
I'm going to get a hand on Gaffon. I'm gently for Levy. I'm going to put a firm amount of pressure on Gaffon's shoulder, not squeezing, just firm
And
pressure.
you hear this rattling. It sounds almost like the bone chimes up above are starting to rattle, and it takes a step forward and another step, and then her face becomes lit by the dusk around her, and she just has a large pleasant smile. Her horns, they are capped with little they look like little chef hats. She's got old graying hair, large laugh lines and smile lines. She's wearing a large purple apron. Her skin is like a pale blue. She looks very matronly, and she kind of
The cottage is suddenly made out of candy.
she kind of hobbles forward a bit and hello dears.
this is
Hey,
Baba
Jasper.
Yaga.
Jasper, it's almost like she had a disguise so she didn't get bothered all the time about her true nature. It's weird. For somebody that does that, you think you would understand a little bit more and relate.
Do you
And also, I can respect that she doesn't want to be bothered.
one of you said you had my cat?
Yeah, he's over here.
Oh, come here, Neffel. And the cat kind of slinks over and just curls up around and curls the same position that Levine was in.
I think that might not be your cat. His name is Jasper One.
Is one of you named Jasper?
Him.
Oh, Neffel, you trickster, you. He likes
that
to he
cat.
likes to fool with people sometimes. Come in,
Cat
dears,
is good
come
people.
in. I'll get some nettle tea going if you'd like. It's almost dark. You could spend the night. Gaffon starts.
Sure. I
I
mean,
am
it's,
not letting go. I am not letting go of Gaffon.
He's just against the collar. Let me at him. Let me at
And
him.
2 fingers in the back of his shirt.
it's rude to pass up an invitation, right?
Yeah, don't be rude, Levine.
And her
I'm not
eye,
being rude.
her
You're
eyes-
charging into a nice woman's household.
her eyes kind of lock down towards the. Are you in goblin form, Jasper?
I am, yeah.
Her eyes kind of lock
If
down.
we're walking in the
towards-
wilderness, yeah.
Her eyes lock down towards Jasper, and just this large smile appears again. And, oh, look at you, dearie! Come in, come in. It's been so long since I've seen a little one like you.
There's too much Mrs. Doubtfire feel going on right now.
Oh, Danny.
Help is on the way, dear.
I have some worms in a jar if you'd like them, dear.
That sounds delightful.
I know your
actually.
kind really like those. I can bake them into a cookie too if you'd like.
I haven't spent a lot of time with my kind. I'm good with regular food.
Okay, not to worry. Come in. And she kind of takes a few steps back and just leaves the door open. And she kind of waddles in. and goes towards her kitchenette and starts cooking up some tea.
Anybody just for kixes? Anybody want to do like an insight check?
You see Nepple. You see Nepple. Nepple jumps off her shoulders and kind of goes up into the rafters of her cottage. And
Should
you
I
see
leave
just,
my ape out here?
Oh, more the merrier, dear.
Okay,
Jasper is straight up not trusting any of this. Like, he definitely knows lots of stories about people getting murdered in cabins in the woods. So if you want me to roll like a perception or insight check as we're going in here, he would definitely have eyes open for anything weird.
Be checking on that.
Sure, you can both roll.
Like,
what
I
you
read
want.
Infernal. I'm all.
You can both roll what you'd like.
As soon as I'm able to slip her grasp, I'm going in.
Man, if only.
It would be nice to have
I was gonna say, if only you had a necklace that allowed you not to be
If
grappled.
only you had a necklace.
That'd be real ruins for right now.
Anytime you want to roll,
Large, I need it back.
you can do that.
Hold on, give me an hour.
I cast Blink to get out of her grasp.
You use it all up. Do you?
Jasper. The cat looks like a young cat. Looks like a kitten. It's got a very long tail, though. Like, the tail itself goes maybe down. Like, as it's hanging up in the rafters, it's just kind of sitting there purring, and its tail goes down maybe 1.5 feet, 2 feet. It's a very long tail.
Does that tickle my memory in any way?
No. It's just a weird, just kind of weird cat.
But nothing, I don't see anything suspicious.
Other than the
Bones.
Other than the bones and
other
the
than what we already
carvings.
saw.
And the infernal carvings.
Yeah.
On the inside of her cottage, it's a nice, warmly lit, homely house. It's got a brick fireplace. It's got some rugs. It's got a couch with a knitted throw over it. Looks very, very welcoming, very homely.
With all those bones and scratches outside, I didn't think you'd be so welcoming.
Those, yes. Well, you would know, dear, wouldn't you? You two. And she looks towards Levine and Jasper. People like us, well, we get picked on for being different, and, well, the kids come and they hang up bones and call me the old witch of the woods, and it hurts my feelings, but after 30 years, I'm used to it.
What's your name?
My name is
The Witch of the Wood.
Ha! Surprise!
It's a mimic house.
Haha, the whole house is a mimic. That's why she never left the house, because she's just the tongue.
Oh my god, it's Monster House.
My name is the witch who killed Hansel and Gretel.
No.
Baba Yaga.
Yaga. And this hut doesn't have chicken legs, so. Yet.
Well, dears, my name is Zoraleth, but, most people just call me Z.
Well, Z, it's nice to meet you.
It's very nice to meet you too, Mr. Fearbulk.
The name's Large Hudson.
Hudson, eh?
Hmm?
You know, I think I've met a Hudson.
Oh, there's a ton of us.
Though they weren't quite a Fearbulk, they were little gnomish men. They were very friendly.
I haven't home. Hold on. I have to check.
Family tree.
I have it here. Hold on. Gnomish.
Was it a gnome or a halfling?
His parents are halflings, and he has a gnome sister.
It was a halfling man, sorry, not a gnomish man.
Oh yeah, that's my dad.
He was a very nice gentleman.
Yeah, he gets that.
Tea or sugar, milk, black. How do you all take your teas?
Black, please.
Black, please.
Definitely black. I don't think I've ever put anything in tea.
Oh, large on sugar.
More like I like a little bit of tea with my sugar.
Okay. And she just puts a sugar pot out with a small amount of tea in a teacup beside you. And Rowan immediately starts walking towards her as she sits down and just sits at her feet, and she just starts petting him. Rowan doesn't seem to mind her, sorry. So, what are you all doing in the woods?
We're on our way to Waterdeep.
It's a very long distance.
We've had
Business
quite the
opportunity?
journey.
Are you all a traveling band of minstrels? And she points towards Gafan. You yourself look like a very, very avid street performer.
Yes, Gafan, please.
He definitely
do something
is.
now. You've been working on something, haven't you?
What? I thought with your robes and your staff, you might be a street magician or something.
I am not some simple street magician.
Oh, I'm sorry.
The performer.
I'm sorry, dear. I didn't mean no offense.
I am an academic.
Ah,
But the arts are important too.
I hope they find a cure for you.
The ape puts down his teacup and just goes,
Levine, I'm ready to leave.
Oh, I thought you were all spending the night.
You had so many questions.
Jesse.
I'm just starting to get comfortable here.
Same.
I cannot drink cold tea.
You're a fan of the arts? See?
I am, yes. I myself have written a song or two in my day.
I'd love if you could teach them to me.
Oh, I don't know if you'd quite understand them, dear. I learned them from my father.
They're in your language, your native tongue.
They're in Inferno.
Yeah, I don't think I can do that. I'd love to hear them though.
it's this infernal hell scream.
They're not quite suited for humanoid detection. Gafan, you see for a moment her eyes kind of lock on yours. And then she goes back to talking to Jasper. You do not detect any thoughts. And as she's doing that, she raises up her teacup, and you see a very familiar ring to your own. And she just kind of... well... Yes, unfortunately, I don't believe it would quite... Let's just say the last person I sang it to, their ears began to bleed.
Maybe we'll stick to some more common songs.
I think that's probably for the best, dear, yes.
I'd love to play some for you if you have the time. If we're staying here for the night.
We'll have the time, yes. Now, you said you're heading to Waterdeep, eh?
Mm-hmm.
Have you all heard of the Ordning? It's very dangerous business, isn't it?
It's related to our current business.
Are you giants in disguise?
No.
So that's
Trying
good.
to bring an end to it.
I had one over one time. I had to repair the roof afterwards.
I would imagine.
Terrible manners.
He was actually quite friendly. It's when his brother came to break it up, got messy.
Talk about anything good?
Yeah, Mr. H was pretty nice. He likes to give me gifts. He was very friendly.
Mr. H, was this Hecaton?
I don't know really.
Was this a long time ago?
Oh, you know it's rude to ask a woman her age, dear.
I apologize. A rough estimate.
I mean, 100 or so years ago, maybe. Yeah.
You don't look a day over 30.
Thank you.
Calm down, boys. Good grief.
It's a woman. Ah.
It's a lady. How do? Get a lot of visitors out here.
Just the occasional ne'er-do-well who comes and graffitis my home. It's been a few years since anyone's came to specifically visit me, unfortunately.
You know anything interesting about this ordning? We're trying to get as much information as we can. I mean,
no, unfortunately, I tend to keep out of those sorts of things. In my younger years, me and my party were a bit of rapscallions like yourselves. But it's been many years. Have you returned to the Hells yet, dear?
No.
No?
No, I haven't.
So you didn't hear the call?
What call?
Oh, well, one of the unmentionables from one of the layers of hell put out a call that all demon folk are to return within a certain amount of years. Or, you know, as they always say, extinction and mortal peril and whatnot.
No, I did not hear that call.
Well, maybe keep your ear out. It might be coming to you. Have you noticed any time missing?
I kind of glance around the room and just nod to her.
Jasper's very intently studying his fingernails.
Interesting. Okay.
Gaffin's very intently studying her, just staring at her.
Levine or Zoraleth?
yes.
Z. Yes.
Just eyes go separate directions. Ah! But over the next couple hours, she refills your tea glasses, some nice hot broth, some bread. It's like a nice poppy seed loaf. It's very nice and fresh. It's very
Poisoning us.
So you know
opium.
why...
Haha! You're addicted to opium.
We eat more.
So you know why we're traveling through the woods. What made you choose living in such solitude way out here away from everything?
Well, after my party died, I returned to hell for a while, and then decided some greenery after the red and the brimstone was nice.
So have you been in solitude?
Just over 200 years, maybe?
And then how long ago was your last visitor?
5 years.
And you don't receive like any type of communication or anything other than like you just live out here by yourself?
Oh, I go into town occasionally.
Oh, okay.
To sell my projects and whatnot.
What do you do?
So how did you? So how did you know of the ordning?
Well, you can kind of feel it.
I look over at Levy. Can you kind of feel it? Can any of you kind of feel an ordning?
Can you feel it?
Can you feel the
Nope.
ordning?
No, Disney's coming after you.
Come for
You
me,
gotta sing
Disney.
it off pitch.
That wasn't off pitch enough for you?
Not enough for Disney.
Can you feel?
Hey, at least I'm not singing Happy Birthday.
It's fine.
So, like, what do you mean you can feel it?
Oh. Certain cataclysmic events, you can feel them brewing. Like a storm on your sore knee. You could feel them. Did you ever break a bone as a child and then years later you can still kind of feel it ache when the humidity changes or whatnot?
Nope.
Oh.
I don't think the fawn's old enough for that.
Well, he is an anemic, you said, so.
Academic. Means I study things.
Yes. I've met one of you before.
Have you?
Yes, very friendly. Asked
Maybe
a lot of
they're lying.
questions.
That's what academics do. So why in the middle of the woods?
Why, what in the middle of the woods?
Why'd you choose to stay in the middle of the woods?
Well, after leaving the Hells, I thought some greenery would be nice. And where else is greener than the middle of the woods?
Okay.
She's got a point.
How did you leave the Hells?
Through the portal?
There's a portal that just that you could just walk. Like anybody's just like, okay, I'm out.
What do you think? We'd bored through the center of the earth?
Plane shifting isn't exactly an easy feat. Okay, you just swing your sword.
I mean, the archdevils have plenty of magics at their disposal.
But
And
I'm
they
sure.
When our time was up, we left, and we came here.
So you just like
You don't know how to plane shift?
no.
I thought you were an academic.
I know of it, and I know like the theory behind it. I've never done it myself.
Have you been to Waterdeep?
I have.
There's a college there.
I know.
They know how to plane shift.
I'm sure they do. And like I said, it's something that I've just never had the need to do it before. Like,
She kind of sits up a bit and just kind of stops for a second. Kind of smells the air a little bit, her eyes darting around. And she slowly kind of just looks Larch over. Kind of nods to herself. So you're all heading to Waterdeep, eh?
Mm-hmm.
Well, along your way, just be careful. There's been some talk of creatures running around, terrorizing campers.
Do you know about the deer people?
I don't know that they are deer people, but I know of creatures that like to live in the woods a couple days south of here.
About yay high, big old deer skull.
Again, deer, sorry, I've never really met them.
Do they rip people apart in the night?
That may be a hobby of theirs.
Do they scream like loud?
Hobby.
Different folks, different strokes for different folks, as they say. I enjoy knitting, and another person might enjoy tearing a person asunder. Levine here enjoys wielding a glaive.
And she does it pretty well, if you ask me.
Who are we to judge other people's hobbies? Did they tear you asunder?
They tried.
I think we came very close.
Well, if they try again, maybe ask them not to.
I'll keep that in mind.
Yeah.
Now, you're also probably going to cross a couple rivers. In this neck of the woods, it's just be cautious. If you see any cucumber plants, don't pick them. It's bad. And just be careful not to camp too close to the banks of the water.
Good note.
Is that where the cucumber plants will get us in our sleep?
No, dear. The cucumber plants are plants.
He is not an academic.
It's the demons that like to eat the cucumber plants that will get you. They'll drag you into the water and destroy of your flesh.
Don't pick the cucumbers right now.
But if you do encounter them during the day, it's more preferable. They're a little bit more scary at night. And try and trip them. If they spill the water in their head, they get a little bit weaker.
Good to know.
Is there another way around?
Oh, there's around the mountains.
Why wouldn't you want to go and see this firsthand?
Well, because it sounds like it's probably the last thing I would see.
Well, you said you saw the deer people and you made it through, didn't you?
Yeah. See?
Yeah, and I mean, how many chances do you get?
Okay. Think of it this way. You're telling a story. Which sounds better when you're telling the story? They heard about something and decided to go the long way around, or they heard about something cool and they went for it.
Hey, I'm not above making some stuff up to fill in the blanks.
Does anybody want the opinion of Pincushion?
Larch, what's your opinion?
Didn't think so.
I'd like to hear Levy's opinion.
Now, just to be... So you have all the facts. If you go around the mountain, there is the chance that you will stumble upon Dracoleth. She is an ancient black dragon, very territorial of her mountains. And there is also in the deep dark below the mountains, there is also a colony of fire giants there in their fortress. So, just be careful. If you see steam vents, don't go in them, even though they are a nice spa treatment for your skin.
Okay, I can write a song about cucumber demons.
We can write the other song later.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for all your help.
Oh, don't worry. You've not survived the night yet. Don't need to thank me.
There's a chance we won't survive the night?
I mean, there's always a chance we won't wake up.
I mean, sure, but it's a little ominous, but...
Your philosophy on life, I am surprised and a little in awe.
There's a reason you live so long, dear.
She gets it. Why is this hard for people to understand? She gets it.
What does she get?
Come, Neffel. And the cat jumps down and curls around her neck, and she goes into a curtained off section. And you guys have this large, open-planned living room slash dining room with the kitchen there, and there's plenty of cushions and seats and couches and warm Afghans and whatnot.
Can like tug on his whatever to get her attention? Be like, if her only she's a knitter, what she has a ring that makes it so, like a magic ring, so I can't read her thoughts.
Or were you trying to butt into things that weren't your business again? Didn't we have a talk about
listen, you're the one that was all super skeptical about walking up in here, or Jasper was the one that was all super skeptical.
Yes, and I don't feel bad about that.
I see things that aren't adding up, so I use a spell that is technically supposed to make it so, like, I can't get discovered for using the spell unless I go super crazy with it. And somebody that just lives, this lady that lives in the woods by herself happens to have a rare magic ring that keeps it so nobody can read her thoughts. It doesn't make sense. Why would she have something like that?
Why do you have something
stay
like that?
alive.
Because it makes sense for a wizard that reads people's thoughts to have a ring to keep people from reading my thoughts.
Maybe she can read thoughts and she had the same reason.
Then she's not some lady that just knits.
It's just a curtain dividing us. And she kind of comes back out of the curtain. If you have a question, please feel free to answer.
Where'd you get the ring?
To ask. Where did I get the ring?
Mm-hmm.
My old party member bequeathed it to me when they died.
And how did they, he, she, whoever die?
We found it in Dragonsword. Or sorry, they didn't die. They died of old age. They were a human.
Okay. What was the goal of this party? Like, what did your group do?
We adventured.
And then this is your retirement, I'm guessing?
Well, yes.
Okay. What dragon horde did you find this in? Is it it's not Dracolith, is it?
Oh no. I've met her. She's
You've met an ancient black dragon.
Indeed.
And
we only live a few days away.
Seems reasonable. Friendly neighbors.
They're basically neighbors.
Not reasonable is ancient black dragons tend to not like anything living on their territory, and you're just okay living here.
We have an understanding.
Which is, like, are you making it a sweater vest?
I have made their humanoid form clothing before, and blankets. Tamalith
is very valuable.
Tamalith the White. It was around 300 years ago that we fought them. That's the dragon horde.
Oh, okay. Kind of confused how you just casually have dealings with like any dragon, let alone chromatic dragons, because from my studies, chromatic dragons are kind of vain, territorial, don't care about anything or anyone else other than their own self-interest, except when it comes to like a time to mate, and then that's really it.
That is true.
So, like, how do you have some agreement with not only a black dragon who is incredibly vain of the chromatic dragons, but an ancient one at that?
Well, I don't bother her, and she doesn't bother me or the town.
Okay, I don't think I'm getting my confusion across. What are you bringing to the table that is keeping her from clearing out her area? Like, how are you a deterrent? What are you doing that's just, why is she like, okay, I'll agree to this, instead of just like squish you like ancient dragons tend to do?
Mutual respect.
So an ancient black, so let me make sure I have this clear. An ancient black dragon has enough respect for you that she's going to leave you alone
And
as long as you leave her and the town alone.
Gafon, maybe we should not be prying into the business of someone who is so imposing that a dragon has that level of respect for them.
I know where you're coming from, but and if we have, go ahead and ask.
Z, if my friend's questions become too bothersome, please let us know, because he won't stop on his own. He needs to be told that it's too much. He means nothing by it. He loves, this is what he does, and he's very good at it.
He's an anemic.
Yes,
He's very, very anemic.
Anyway. So
to answer your question, dear, yes. We both have a mutual respect for each other. Therefore, I don't bother her, and she doesn't bother the town or me. You know, just two old women having a mutual respect.
I mean, that checks out.
We had a book club at one point.
These are all normal things neighbors do.
It didn't last very long, though. We only read one book together.
I have a question.
Okay.
That is going to sound. It's a two-part question.
Okay.
I'd be sitting down and piling up a couple of blankets.
So you have this mutual respect between the two of you. If something were to come up in that agreement, could you approach her in a safe manner and have a dialogue with her?
Yeah, we could talk.
Okay.
No, I will not talk to her with you.
She sees you.
She also doesn't. She doesn't prefer having her mind read either. Just so,
most
dragons don't. Just so you know.
I mean, yeah.
This was discussed with him at length.
No, the reason why I ask is because the whole our business is the ordering, and an ancient black dragon might have something to say about that.
Oh no, don't worry. She doesn't worry about that.
She has no interest in the ordering.
No. She didn't in the last one.
None of this makes sense.
Would you like some more cookies, dear?
Yes.
Okay. And she goes over and she pulls out a couple more cookies for you.
Thank you.
Does anyone need anything else before I retire?
No, thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. I think, we should be getting to bed, right?
Oh, first, does anyone have any allergies to mushrooms? Okay, enjoy your rest. And she goes back into the curtained off area.
We just wake up covered in mushrooms.
You go to sleep tripping your balls off.
Is anybody else concerned? This doesn't make sense. I don't care about the possibility of a threat here. It just doesn't make sense.
She seems like a very respectful person.
I think the part that she clearly is far, far more powerful than she's letting on, and I think that's the confusion.
At this point, Nepal comes
and she
back
can
out
still
from
hear
under
us
the curtain.
also.
Nepal comes out from under the curtain and just kind of stares at Jasper for a couple minutes. Just kind of doing that cat stare.
Mm-hmm. Looking deep into your soul. Anyway, the cat aside, which has a really long tail for a cat. But anyway, let's say even if she is some famous adventurer,
you can hear you.
Right there. She's right there. We can talk about this tomorrow.
They're not wrong. I am right here.
I know.
I didn't even go behind the curtain this time.
You went
no, she just calls out from behind the curtain.
You just did.
Good night. Good night.
If you need any more blankets, just ask Nepal.
The cat?
Yeah, he'll show you where they are. Hello?
What?
I think he was mouthing stuff out.
okay.
Yeah, he was mouthing intentionally.
All I saw
Yeah.
for a second was just him moving his lips. It's like, I can't hear anything. Hello?
Yeah, I was
Panic!
like mouthing, I think we should leave.
The cat's still just kind of staring at Jasper. And just kind of slowly pats over towards Levine and just sits at her feet. Still kind of staring at Jasper.
Jasper's staring back.
Roll me on an intelligence save. No.
You stare into the abyss.
You stare
It
into
stares
the
back.
void. You find the meaning of life. 42 numbers appear.
Yeah.
Are you guys going to rest or are you going to skedaddle?
I think multiple members of this group, someone included, wanted to come inside. We're inside, and I'm not going to bail on somebody that has the respect of an ancient dragon. If she wanted us out, she would have.
I'll take a watch.
I think if she's as powerful as she's letting on, I think if she wanted to hurt us, it would have already happened. I don't think she... If she's as... Like, it could all be made up, but... And she can still hear me. But I don't think we're in danger here.
Good night,
Levy
Z.
wraps 2 blankets around her shoulders and leans up against the wall.
Nepal
I lean back.
jumps into your lap. And just kind of curls up in a full donut with their massive tail.
This is large right now.
He's just got the lazy boy out.
Yeah, he finds the one recliner in all of favorite.
Yeah, the one. Chica.
Of course it belongs to her. The most
Okay.
respected woman of the woods.
If you all rest, Jasper, I need you to roll me 2d8, please.
2d8?
This is how many mushrooms grow out of your armpit.
15. Very poggies. All right. Morning comes. You are all awoken to the smell of cooked eggs, some nice fried up mushrooms, some bacon, some toast. It's a very nice, pleasant smell. You wake up warm, cozy. The cat is gone from your lap, Levine, and is back up in the rafters. And are you all going to eat?
Yeah, sure.
Levine?
I'll have a little bit.
Okay. You all gain 15 hit points for the day. And
Hey.
you are immune to fear. You have you are also immune to poison. And you have advantage on wisdom saves.
She gave us a hero's
You
feast.
just experienced your first hero's feast.
Is this temp HP or added to our total?
It's technically added to your total for 24 hours.
Okay.
It's like the weirdest way they ever did it. So it's like temp HP, but that you can heal back up for 24 hours.
Damn, I got 52 HP.
Woohoo!
Look at me, I'm at 75.
That's 61.
You a beefy little guy.
I'm a real boy.
You are all offered a couple blankets and stuff, if you'd like, to take with you on your journey. You're also provided with 2 boxes of cookies. And some tea bags, and
Yo, Grandma's hooking us up right now.
you got a
Send
new
those
pair. You got a
pockets
new
home.
pair of Nikes. You got
A $20 bill?
Whoa, Grandma!
lottery ticket?
Sweet.
Bag of Werther's Originals.
The Werther's, and a little Ziploc baggie of the loose Valentine heart.
The
Always
Werther's
got sent
original
home
was
with
too much. She just dumps the her purse out and pulls
Here
a
you
couple
go,
hard
guys.
candies.
She gave us 4 whole casserole dishes.
Here you go.
We'll bring the Tupperware back cleaned.
Oh, don't worry, Terrace. It's not a problem. But no, she gives you some snacks and stuff for the road. A nice homemade trail mix. It's actually a very good consistency of chocolates rather than the shitty just like raisins and shit. No, it's actually a good consistency. It's actually got some good chocolate in it too, and it's not like that cheap chocolate. It's actually some good quality chocolate too. It's weird.
Chat justice for raisins.
I love a good raisin, but
Raisins
the
are
ratio
nice, but when you bite
But
when you bite into a cookie expecting it to be chocolate chip, and you bite into a raisin, it's like
those subversive oatmeal raisin cookies.
I maintain if you bite into anything expecting one thing and it's something else, even if the other thing's good, it's weird.
Like if you bite into a pork pie and instead of pork, it's the long pork. It's pretty weird.
Okay.
The long
Hasn't
pork.
happened to me.
Oh, yeah. Me neither. Didn't you say you were missing a kid, Jesse?
Jeez.
oh no.
And it's gone from cats to Sweeney Todd.
It's the reusable.
now
It's
a
the
true
reusable
crime,
food source. You can always
actual
make more
play.
kids.
Oh god.
Wow.
You can only eat once every 9 months, right?
If you're a reptile,
Wow.
maybe.
Something weird's going on in Canada.
Welcome to Canada.
Yeah, I want to leave, please.
It's been hard after their tornado.
Yeah.
While we're going over breakfast and stuff, I just want so in your party that you were in, what role did you play in your party?
I was the lead.
What did you do?
I was
Nearly.
the vampire.
I'm Vecna. I was the enemy.
Surprise, bitches! It's a fake eye. Focus.
And
Center.
scene.
Well, I did a bit of this and that, some utility casting, a little bit of healing.
Like wizardy casting?
No, I never
Or
studied.
cleric-y
Most
classic
of it
casting?
most of it came from within. Something about my blood or whatnot.
So you don't have like a spell book or something?
No, sorry, dear. And if I did, wouldn't be really something you share with another anemic.
I mean, if you're retired, you could, I guess. But anyway, you don't have one, so it's the point's moot.
Well, I said I didn't have one. Doesn't mean I don't have one.
So when I asked the question, do you have a spell book?
My spells are not written down.
Okay, so then are you in possession of a spell book?
Of a spell book? No,
Do you have multiple?
I do.
Of any number of spell books? Do
Yes,
you
I
have
have.
any-
I have several spell books. No, you cannot look at them.
Please?
Roll a persuasion check.
I am not the most charismatic person in the
Really?
world. Yep. True story.
That's
Here
so
we go.
shocking.
Plot twist.
Persuasion. That's probably the best I would ever get anyway.
We'd love to see it.
At least he tried.
It's true.
Sorry,
It's the
dear.
important part.
Maybe if you come back. If you bring the Tupperwares back clean, maybe you'll get to see the spellbooks.
my dog realized I was sad, and she came over and
Puppy.
she's looking up at me. She's like, "He's mean, huh?"
Rowan does the same thing.
Well, dears, is there anything else I can help you with?
Do you know a lot about magical artifacts and items?
I know of some. I know you have a bag of holding at your waist. Pretty obvious.
Do you know what this does? And I hold up the necklace.
I thought I sensed something on you last night. Sorry, dear. Some things just can't be pried into.
That's understandable. We tried to look at it ourselves, but couldn't get too much.
Some things just have to... You know how you attune to some items just have to attune to you.
That's a good perspective. Well, thank you.
No problem. Now also, though, remember to keep your eyes out for the bagmen.
And the cucumbers.
Yes.
Wait, the bagmen?
Yes.
I think those are the demons she was talking about.
No, dear, no. I didn't notice your bag of holding before.
There's somebody lives in my bag of holding.
Oh, no. Roll a history check of fun.
Oh God.
Or an arcana if you want. 14. You've heard stories. It's kind of like the boogeyman. It's apparently a creature that creeps around and likes to sneak into bags of holding and pull the next creature that opens the bag of holding into it and lock them inside.
Well, I can't be grappled, so I open the bag of holding. And I look in.
No, it's fine.
Whew.
No, it may just be folklore, but when my party and we always made sure our bags of holding were well secured. Just be cautious.
Hey, can we tie that thing shut?
Now, the stories say that if it can't get to the bag of holding, it may go after the owner, but just be cautious.
I'm just gonna have a heart attack every time I open this thing.
That's always an option, dear.
Face hugger.
She goes around and shakes all of your hands, and as she shakes Levine's hand, just kind of... She's a little bit shorter than you. She's a little bit hunched. She's gotten smaller in her old age, and she just kind of shakes your hand for a little bit longer than it's kind of comfortable. And her other hand kind of comes up and just kind of pats your cheek a little bit, and just looks at you and just says, "It gets easier. Don't close yourself off, dear."
Thank you.
And but that was fairly quiet. It was only Jasper really kind of heard that anything was being whispered, and she kind of
Once again, he's just very fixed in his fingernails.
Very familiar.
You're all, again, as I said before, presented with some blankets, and if you want, there's a toque or something you could take, and box of cookies, some trail mix, just some stuff.
Spellbook laying on the counter.
I pick out all the raisins and just eat the raisins.
Monster.
I take the rest of his trail mix. And I take it back for myself and I give him more of the raisins.
And this is Lambeth bread.
Lambeth.
I eat 4.
I ate the whole loaf. And then I explode.
Let's have some lembas bread and entrot. No. It's a little bit later in the day than you guys normally set off. It's around 10:30, 11. You had a nice nice morning meal, some conversation.
What about 11 Seas?
No. You got trail mix. You set off. It's a little foggy. The fog's kind of clinging to the ground and between the trees, but it's not too bad. As you walk away, the nice homely cottage interior fades away into the menacingly Witch of the Woods exterior, with the chimes of bone up above, the deer skull stapled to a tree, and you kind of feel
Where'd
bad.
she get a staple gun?
You
Heavy duty.
You kind of feel a little bad that she's been so terrorized. Maybe not. And you spend the day traveling. You make a bit of good progress. The night passes. Watches go by uneventful. The dog appears with the ball. There's a dog. My dad almost wipes out. Sorry. And morning once again comes, as it often does. It's a little chilly.
You know one thing I find weird with you two pointing at like the old party? You have a tendency of running into a lot of ancient dragons. There's one a day away. You guys ran into an ancient green. These things are supposed to be rare, and like you don't really hear about them. And in a week and a half, you've stumbled across two.
Maybe 3. There was one back in Whitestone or Nightstone.
And we're sued.
There was one in the White Knight.
No, it's technically D&D canon, Whitestone, so you can say it. Critical Role can't sue you. I mean, they can. They can do whatever they want.
You saw another ancient dragon in Nightstone?
We saw a lung dragon. I don't know how old it was. I didn't ask it, but...
How do you people keep running into dragons?
They're pretty common to us. I mean, for all I know.
Apparently.
Hey, it's an ordning, man. Things are stirring.
I've seen more dragons than cities I've been in.
Can't you feel it? You've seen more dragons than cities?
Yeah.
It's not wrong.
I've only been in 2 cities.
You've been in 3.
Dragons.
Some of them were towns.
That's true. So you've been in the 2 big cities.
He's been in Daggerfold and Waterdeep.
Yeah. No. Like, okay, new goal. We need to find a dragon that preferably won't kill us and let me talk to it.
No, that is not a goal and will never be a goal.
But why?
No.
This sounds like an awesome goal if I can observe from far away.
Well,
Then you two can go enjoy yourselves.
it's always got to be what you want to do.
You can do whatever you like. I will not
Do
be.
whatever you like.
Bilbo's just kind of munching on trail mix.
I'm gonna eat one of those Girl Scout cookies.
Now they can sue us,
No,
so be
they
careful.
can do
One of the
You don't want to mess with the
And
Girl
I
Scout
start
lawyers, man.
female child explorers.
Now that's Dora. They can also sue us.
Wait, no. No bueno.
He is eating the Dora brand Thin Mints.
There you
Oh
go.
no.
They've got
So-
little pictures of the map on them.
So what you're saying is you don't want to go see the ancient black dragon.
No.
Man, it'd have been cool if she went up there with us, though, huh?
No.
Why? Why? If she would have gone with us.
Levy
talk
is
to-
walking away.
Kafan.
What?
An ancient dragon just murdered their friends.
But not that one.
Yeah, but it's still kind of similar.
I mean, the fact that they're dragons, but green dragons and black dragons are wildly different. There's no, like,
You and I know that.
But for
to
those
some
who don't,
people,
why don't you explain the
they might
difference?
feel very similar, is all I'm saying. It might be a little soon to be egging them on to see an ancient dragon.
As you progress, walking forward, begin hearing the sounds of a flowing river. This time, unlike the one before where you had to fly across, you can see a very well maintained stone arch bridge.
Do I see any cucumbers?
Roll a
Can I
perception
roll
check.
for trolls?
Roll for cucumber.
Roll a perception check.
Is there a grumpy old troll who we have to
Oh, I'm
solve
rolling for
riddles?
What? The airspeed velocity of an unladen swallow.
African or European?
I don't know that.
No!
I was trying to double down on the Dora references, but
I'm
maybe
sorry,
that's just
not
me
Dora?
who's seen way
That's
too
just-
much of it.
Yeah, that's just
Yeah,
the guy
Made it
who.
safely out of the door.
That's just the orange
Era.
troll who doesn't wear pants and has a beard instead of pants.
Yes. You got it.
17 and 11. You do not see any cucumbers or trolls. As you're going over the bridge, however, you do see large sets of rapids going upstream. Like the water's not, but they're going away from you. And Levine, you kind of stop, and the midday sun's glistening across the river. It's a very beautiful sight. It's kind of cocooned by two overwhelming boughs of trees on either side. And for a moment, you'd swear you see this large serpentine creature jumping up the rapids.
The Bagman.
Okay. I'm going to relay that to who is with me.
Did anyone else stop on the bridge, or is it just kind of Levine just kind of taking a moment to Levine's self?
I would have just continued walking. I don't know if
Yeah,
I'm
same.
behind her or ahead of her, but
Rowan's there with you, Levine.
Okay, cool. So I tell Rowan about the thing.
Arf, arf, arf. Levine, you can roll me a history check if you want.
Sure, why not? I don't think I've rolled one of those yet.
I think you have once before.
Have I? Once? Maybe?
Once upon a December. 14.
Horrid.
Unfortunately, just doesn't really sit with you. Like, it doesn't. It's a beautiful sight, but just you can't really place if it has any meaning.
The serpentine creature heading upstream of a rapid river. Cool. I'm glad. I think it's beautiful.
You can see a few more. Couple fish jumping up the stream as well.
All right.
One large red fish kind of midair begins kind of distending and then continues upstream. After a few moments, you kind of pat Rowan, and the two of you continue off the bridge with the rest of your group. Another couple days go by. And the weather's nice. It's getting warmer during the days. You're kind of shedding your early spring winter clothing and just kind of keeping an eye on everything and just kind of enjoying the not constant snow or rain that you've had the a week or so prior. Large. Let's get a D20, please.
We love to see it.
That is a 1.
At least it wasn't on an attack roll.
It's on a being attacked roll?
probably.
Going across, you about midday again, you come across another river. This one's slightly longer, but it looks a bit shallower, and across is just kind of a old, kind of slightly worn down wooden bridge. Doesn't look like it's been as well traveled as the stone bridge you passed before. And Jasper,
The bag man.
Jasper, along one section of the sides, right near the riverbeds, and growing up a tree, you see some large vines, verdant green vines kind of growing up with nice long cucumbers kind of come out of them.
Checks notes. Don't eat cucumbers. Right.
Do you tell the party?
Yeah, I'd point them out.
Gafan, you're up. You said you wanted to see
Go pick a cucumber.
the cucumber demons, right?
Well, what?
I mean,
Do we have to?
and I start walking over to the cucumbers.
All right.
Oh.
Let's have everyone except Gafan, please roll a perception check. 23, 21, very nice, boys.
Let's go.
15, very nice. Okay. Gafan, you wander on over. It looks like fresh cucumber. It looks like it's been growing through the winter, and it looks like it's ready to be picked. So, do you pick one?
I mean, what did she say about like the cucumber? It attracts the demons.
It's gonna drag you into the water.
And devour your flesh, is what she said.
Go ahead and pick it.
Why are you always trying to get me killed? I have done nothing.
I'm not trying to get you killed. You said you wanted to see them.
She did say
I'm
that
not
they were
stopping
okay.
you.
She did say they were mostly okay during the day, though. It is still daytime.
Levy backs up 15 feet while she opens her arms towards the water.
No, Jasper. Jasper, as you're just kind of looking around, you can see hidden in the muckety muck of the riverbed, with kind of a few stones over across it, you see a large brown and green moss-covered turtle shell, and two beady yellow eyes kind of just peering out, looking right at Gafan near the cucumber plant.
Hey, Gafan.
Yes.
There's a real big turtle watching you.
Are you concerned about the real big turtle?
I just thought you might want to know.
Oh, well, thank you. I'm gonna back up and mage hand the cucumber.
Okay.
I waved to the turtle. Hey, turtle.
Okay. Let's see here. So,
Roll for initiative.
you pluck the
Roll for turtle.
cucumber, and Larch and Jasper and Levine, you guys see the long neck distend from the carapace of the shell, and four long spindly web-fingered limbs come out as well, and then this large about 6.5 feet tall being stands up in the muck of the river. It's got a very large convex dome in the top of its head, which is full of river water, and it stands there proud with a large turtle shell on its back and just kind of clawed webbed hands, and just looks towards Gafan. And in Infernal, Levine, you hear, "Get away from my plant!"
He doesn't want you doing that.
Okay.
Gafan, you hear, It takes
I
a
mage
step.
hand a cucumber over towards the turtle thing.
It snaps it out of the thing's hand and it just throws it into the river. And rather than flowing downstream with the heavy current, it just sinks right to the bottom where this creature was sitting. Get away from my river.
So you can talk to it?
He wants us to leave.
Gareth, I didn't quite remember. She said something about dumping water on the demon's head or something.
It's carrying
it.
water.
Yeah, you trip it and spill the water.
Right, okay. I knew there was something there.
Yeah.
I mean, so you can talk to this thing?
It can talk to me.
It takes another step towards Gaffon.
Struggle is real.
Its fingers kind of begin distending a bit. The claws kind of coming to a bit more of a point.
Okay, hold off. He gave you the cucumber.
You saying this in common?
I'm saying it in Infernal.
Its head steps towards you. A bit of water kind of sloshes out the top and just looks towards you with these beady yellow eyes.
Mm-hmm.
Get away from my river.
We can do that. We can do that, right, guys? And
it takes a large scoopful of muck and just hurls it at you from the riverbed. It just kind of lands in front of you.
We can do what, Levy?
Leave.
Give us the green one to eat its flesh.
That's not happening.
Fine.
I just flick my hat and my skin turns like blue, and I'm like, "What?
Do you understand Infernal?
You don't.
No, that's right.
Yeah,
You did point.
No, but I didn't get the color reference. That's fine.
Yeah.
Will it let us cross the river?
There's a bridge.
I'll start
Levy, do you
backing up
think
over
it'll
the-
let us
I'm gonna start-
cross?
Okay, so I'm gonna tell all of you to get behind me.
I will
I get
listen
behind you.
very quickly.
I'm moving towards the bridge
Okay.
first.
Its eyes just stay on you.
And I'm going to be standing between it and them while they get onto the bridge.
Okay. It takes a step backwards from the riverbed towards from the riverbanks towards the riverbed again.
Keep walking.
As Jasper's about halfway over the bridge, it takes another piece of muck and just hurls it at you. Jasper kind of slams into the side of your head. There's no stones or anything. It just stinks of river muck.
I'll press to you. Get
That was
the stank off you.
It just kind of glares at Larch.
At me.
Don't pick fights right now.
It just kind of points towards the group and you and just says, "We'll eat your flesh if you come back."
I just point back at them as I cross the bridge. Nice meeting you too.
They don't seem too. He doesn't seem too threatening.
It takes another step back into the water. Its claws rescind back into its body. It's now just like a frog's hand, webbed frog's hand, and it just kind of begins to settle back into the muck. And the cucumber just kind of slowly disappears and gets devoured.
Okay. And everybody's across the bridge now?
Everyone is now across the bridge.
Okay. So you saw one.
Yeah, it'd have been nice to study it a little bit more, but
Well, you win some, you lose some.
apparently
at least we're not studying it from the inside, right?
that's an option. Like we could kill it, and I could study it.
No.
Devon, roll me a dexterity saving throw.
I'm gonna get mucked.
Bling and muck.
Yeah.
That's 20.
A large glob of muck just sails over your head and slams right into Larch's thigh.
Hey,
You don't see where it threw, but it came from the river.
I
But
just take a pump of mud and throw it in the water.
It came from closer to the riverbank, so either it moved or there's another one. You don't know.
Just throw a big old piece of mud in the water.
It just sinks down and dissipates into the water.
I'll get you next time.
What time of day is it?
It's about midday.
Okay, so we should get a move on so we can camp nowhere near here.
Are we around or past where the deer people presumably are?
Roll me a nature check.
Not sure.
Not sure.
Ooh.
Who knows?
Could be anywhere.
Yeah.
Could be anything.
I don't know where they live.
What are deer people?
What's the deal with these deer people?
What's the deal with airline food?
No.
I don't know. I've not been in an airplane in over 2 years.
I need to get out of the house.
Rip in peace, COVID. So, another day or so go by. Nighttime comes. It's quiet. And as you're all kind of sitting in this open glade for rest, who's taking the first watch?
I'd probably be taking the first one.
Jasper's taking the first
That
watch.
would be kind of my routine.
Okay. About an hour into your watch, Jasper. Unlike before when you were zapped by creatures not enjoying your music. It was your fault. Snow begins to slowly fall on the horizon. Large, heavy flakes glistening off the fire. And the fire slowly fades.
Oh, so it's snowing on us.
It's snowing in this woods, yes.
But it didn't seem like it was gonna, this seems unnatural.
It was warm all day today. There was no clouds in the sky, really.
Yeah.
It was a nice day.
Can I give a quick scan the woods around, see if I see anything?
Sure, roll me a perception check. 16. Alrighty. As you're standing there, kind of perked up a bit, looking around, you kind of look around. Snow slowly falling pretty fast. And the fire behind you is dying a lot quicker than it normally does. It's almost like someone just dumped a whole bunch of water on it or spraying it with a hose. It's flickering and fading. And as you're standing there looking around, you hear piercing through the quiet of the night. And we're going to go ahead and take a quick break. We're going to be back in 5 to 10 minutes. I hope you guys are enjoying it so far. Thanks for sticking around. We'll be back in just a little bit. And here's our new break screen. Look at that. It's beautiful.
We got a break screen?
Yeah, man.
Wow.
Look on stream.
Hold on. I gotta pull this up.
I love it. Look at that.
Oh my god, that's the most professional thing I've ever seen.
And welcome back. Thank you for sticking with us. We just need to have a little break. Use the bathroom, have some drinks, eat a bit of food, do some medicines, do a line of coke or whatever. It's all good.
Whoa.
Hey.
It was just a bump.
How are you staying awake?
Whoa.
It's
No,
actually just
please.
caffeine pills.
Bonus points in chat to whoever can guess which one of us it was.
Don't worry, it's just a powdered donut. It's not a. So we had a break, and Josh
Joke about
immediately.
powdered donuts. Those hurt my
No,
mouth.
no.
I hope everyone liked the break screen. I know it's very, very pretty, professionally done.
Spent all the monies on
I
that.
definitely didn't do it 2 seconds after the group said, "Hey, maybe we should do a break every so often."
I should have thought. I've got one. I could have sent it to you.
But coming back in, Jasper, the fading firelight is behind you. Snow is falling on the ground. It's already doing a fair coating on the ground and piercing the night air from the surrounding air around you. You hear.
Yeah, immediately I'm dashing to wake up Levy, like shaking her awake.
Mom.
Yeah.
Mom, I had a nightmare.
I had a bad dream.
As soon as that noise happens, Rowan immediately perks up as well and just starts growling.
And basically, I'm shaking everybody awake one after another, but I'm
Levine
starting
first.
with Levy. Yeah.
Fair enough.
Levy is growling along with Rowan, and I've got my glade out.
And when they look at me when they wake up, I just go like this.
Ugh.
Oh, hold
10,
on. I have an idea.
10,
Can you try
10.
not tearing us asunder?
So, you all begin waking up, and you look around. The fire's going beautifully. The ground around you is covered in night air and grass, beautiful flowers. No sounds.
Did you fall asleep, Jasper?
Am I still seeing snow? No, I was most definitely not asleep. Something's going on here. I saw it was snowing a minute ago. The fire had gone out. I heard those things screaming in the woods again.
Where?
I point in whichever direction I heard it from.
That way. It just pierced the night air all around you, really.
So I couldn't tell where it came from. It sounded like it was everywhere.
I'm gonna speak with animals.
To whom?
Hey, Rowan, did you hear anything? You smell anything, boy?
Heard something. Don't hear it anymore.
Same thing as the last time when you ran off in the woods?
Smelt different.
What did it smell like?
Different. Not day.
Alright, well, let me know if in the next 9 minutes if you hear or smell something.
What are minutes?
Yep.
Saw that happening.
I will stay up and
Okay.
just take a little watch with Jasper.
It's quiet. It's peaceful. The fires, you hear the occasional crack and snap behind you. No pop. It's a peaceful night. The stars are open up above. There's no clouds in the sky.
maybe you should get some sleep there, Jasper. I could take it from here.
You wake us up right away if something happens, right?
No more walking into the woods like last time.
Okay.
What's that for, Kafan?
My animals.
Oh, okay.
Just for the day, because they stay until the next dawn.
Yeah.
So in case something breaks out, might as well have everything ready. So it's a tiger, jackal, and axebeak that are hanging out with you, everybody during their watches.
Okay. This massive secretary bird walks over with his toucan beak and just pecks Larch on the shoulder. Kind of feels like Levine just hit you with the blunt end of her axe. Kind of bruises, fuck.
Do I still have Speak with Animals up?
Yeah.
Alright, cool. What are your names?
Which one are you asking first?
The Axebeak.
My name is Mix.
I love that so much. Alright.
I'm walking here.
And then I say to the jackal. And then what was the last one? Axebeak,
Tiger.
jackal, and
Tiger.
tiger.
Yes, the jackal.
Mm-hmm.
The jackal?
Hey, I'm Heller.
Nice to meet you. And you, Mr. Tiger?
Tony.
It's me, Tony. Your favorite sports tiger. Your favorite soccer coach, Tony the Tiger.
Shere Khan.
My name is Dave.
Dave, nice to meet you.
With an Eeyore personality.
Dave. Are you guys
Why
the
bother?
same? Are you guys the same each time Kafan summons you?
Each time what?
Okay. So you just existed now. Like what were you doing before you were here?
I think he's breaking his phone.
You're
gonna be an uprising.
You're going to make my animals have an identity crisis.
I mean, I have a wife.
Uh-oh.
Oh God.
Where is she?
I got a letter.
Is this
from
one Dave?
Yeah, I got a letter from
Okay.
that gnome guy who pulled me out of a sack. And he said, hey, I need you, so I came.
Where do you live?
It's a little personal. We just met.
It's fair. I'm Larch.
Everybody in this group
I'm
is
from
so
the Grove.
I know.
You know?
Yeah? Kafan told us. Welcome, Larch. And it's slowly getting closer.
I run into
Larch
the
goes in
woods.
the bag.
Are you the bag man? Are you the bag man?
But no,
Kafan throws Larch like a Pokeball.
your watch goes by uninterrupted, Larch. Are you waking anyone else up for the next watch?
I would wake up Gafan, probably.
Alright, Kafan, you get kicked awake by an axebeak. This large
Hey.
secretary bird with an axe for its bill just kind of kicks your shin. It hurts.
That one's Max.
Hey, you're not supposed to kick me.
It just slams its beak down on your head.
You are literally supposed to do what? Just go stand over there.
It takes a few steps. Takes a few steps, just kind of sideways away, and just kind of clicks its beak towards you.
Larch, why are you making them rebel against me?
I think
Viva
I
la
just unlocked,
Rowan's leading a resistance against Gafon.
I puff McFly in to join the revolution. Yeah.
Anyway,
It's some magic bag you got there.
it
I am pretty sure this is the exact plot to Animal Farm.
it is literally a bag of tricks.
Oh no, watership down.
No.
Oh,
No, that's only if he
Well,
summons a
tell
bunny.
that to Dave's wife then.
The tiger just kind of swishes its tail.
Well, have fun. I go to bed.
Okay. I will go take my watch.
Okay. Roll a perception check for me, please.
Oh god.
Something strange creeping in your bed. Busting makes you feel good.
Perception.
6. All right. After a little while,
Do all of the menagerie of animals get perception checks too?
after about an hour, Max kind of comes over and just kind of beak slams your shoulder from behind.
Listen, that's 2. Don't make me get to 3. What do you want?
Just kind of clicks his beak at you.
higher wages and healthcare.
A dental plan.
Listen. I am not allowing you to unionize my bag of tricks.
I want.
We
paid
want basic
vacation.
vision.
I want PTO. At least 2 weeks.
And sick leave.
Also maternity leave.
And paternity leave. The dads deserve time with their babies too.
You know, that's
Damn it,
right.
I want to
I
leave.
completely agree with that.
Hey,
Anyway,
people watching Dungeons and Dragons, talk to your mayor.
Workers' rights.
wow.
Tell the mayor that Max the Bird wants paternity leave. They won't know what it means.
Anyway.
Just send them to the video on YouTube.
Anyway,
So we're in the middle of the woods.
what do you want? Aren't you supposed to be going standing watch over there?
It just kind of kicks you in the back with its long leg.
Of all 8 of you in
And
this bag,
It just kind
you
of
are the
cackles
most
and walks
trouble.
back over towards where you told it to stand.
I swear you're the most trouble. Like
And just walks back over.
firebolt.
Chicken's on the menu.
No, it just disappears into...
No. It would just disappear because it'd probably do more damage than it can take.
But yeah, your watch goes by uncontested. Who are you gonna wake up?
Levy.
Levine, you are woken up for your break. You have a giant tiger in front of you. Not the brand. Don't sue us. You also have a jackal and an axe bird. An axe beak that's just kind of sitting there poking at Kafan as he's trying to go to sleep.
I'm cool with that.
I'm actually staying up for a minute.
Okay. One misses.
After she gets like awake and like situated. So
I'm standing with my glaive out.
okay, so I know that you have told me that you are missing time. I have something that I can do that could possibly look into that for you. It's completely up to you because I know how you have voiced your opinion on my digging into thoughts thing.
It's Max the axe beak.
Yes, Max will fix everything for you. The
He's a
way
surgeon.
memories normally work.
Lobotomy.
I'm sitting there with electrical probes, just.
It's an axe
Tell me
beak
if you
lobotomy.
taste anything weird. No. So the way memories normally work is one of 2 things has happened to you. You weren't there for your missing times. Like you were completely gone. So that's why you have no memory of them, or the memories have been repressed to where you don't have access to them. So either the memory doesn't exist or you don't have access to it. If it's you don't have access to it, I might be able to. I have a combination of spells that I can use that would dig into your memories, and then I can physically manifest that memory and then show it to you. It would be a random memory from that time period but I could do that and start unlocking memories for you if you don't have access to it. It would take your allowing this to happen. I mean, I could force it to happen, but that kind of defeats the purpose, and you'd probably get mad about it. I'm just saying, I understand that you had a problem, and I'm offering you a solution, something that I can at least try, at little to no risk to you. The risk being that I find that there's no access to the memory, not like you actually have a risk. The risk is there's nothing there to begin with. So the risk is finding out something you might not want to find out, not actual physical risk to you. So if it's an option that you want to explore, it's something that I can do. And if it's something that you wanted to keep private, I can do that too. I don't have to see the memory. I can manifest it and only allow you to see it. So we can keep everything perfectly private. You just have to allow me to do it. So it's something that you can think over. And if it's something that you want to explore, I'm willing to try it. So I wanted to give the option to you and allow you to think it over. And I'll let you take your watch. All the animals are supposed to listen to you. Watch out for Max because he's an ass. And I'm going to go to sleep.
All right.
Max speak.
This giant bird just kind of walks over towards you and just kind of nuzzles your head very gently.
You're an ass. And I roll over and like cuddle up in my blanket. My like washcloth-sized blanket.
Are you using one of the blankets that Z gave you?
Sure, why not?
It's very comfy.
Make a constitution check.
See if it actually merges with your skin.
I look at Max and I kind of nod over to Gafon.
After about 20 minutes, it walks over and just kicks Gafon in the ass.
I'm like 28 pounds, so a kick from an axe beak's literally going to like kick me a couple feet away.
It's a soft kick. It's not trying to kill you or anything.
It just
like
cracks that coconut right open.
Because I mean, if you've seen secretary birds, their kicks could literally fucking kill you. But no, this is just kind of like a just to piss you off because Levine told it to.
I will set you on fire. And I roll back over and go to sleep.
It just kind of runs back over and just kind of hides behind a tree. And you hear... After a few more hours, Levine, your watch goes by uninterrupted. Jasper. During the night... You know what? Actually, let's have everyone take off their headphones except for Jesse, please. Jasper. During the night, occasionally you hear the cackling of an axe beak as it's cyberbullying Gafon. As you do. You make sure to write that down into the story. Gafon was cyberbullied by a bird.
Yep.
But after you kind of drift away into the smell of smoke from the fire, just kind of relaxing from the almost utter fear that gripped your body from hearing that scream. You wake up dazed and confused, your body cold and chilled. And you look around, and you're surrounded by glistening white snow. You're completely naked, void a piece of cloth to hide your innocence. And you just kind of look around, blinking. It's very bright. The sun beaming off the snow. And further away, you see a large pool of blood, much like when one of the mornings you first joined this group. You see this large pool of blood of this completely destroyed corpse. However, staring back at you is yourself.
From the dead body.
This dead body, its eyes void and lifeless, its hat askewed and off into the snow, and its loop broken and shattered, and its eyes are just staring up at you, lifeless, its mouth hanging open.
Jasper sort of takes a few steps backward.
You bump into something, and you turn around, and there's another one. You again.
I would immediately start trying to run.
You run, darting through the trees, the snow pristine all around you, except for the occasional pockets. Another Jasper. Another. This one bundled into large swaths of written parchment. Another sitting here, just kind of swaddling and strumming a lute with a large gash across his throat, sitting what looks like in the corner of a bar. And you stop, it's kind of stumbling a bit, catching yourself in this knee-deep cold snow, and you stop and look up, and glaring down at you are the purest red you've ever seen. Almost like freshly drawn blood. Surrounding it is a swath of flame-like shadow. And you're just staring into these red marbles. You're standing there, breath caught. You want to flee, your body shaking in terror and the cold, but you're frozen. You go to take a breath in, and this darkness fills your body. You feel yourself begin to cough and heave, panic taking over you. Your eyes go red for a second, and you drop, coming back into consciousness the morning. No snow, your group around you.
You let everybody take their headsets off for a second, and Rick just leaves.
I think he's... So,
And we're all dead.
You all awaken in the morning, looking around. It's a beautiful day. It's been a few days since dew has touched the grass. It's getting to the warmer parts of the season. It's nice. Everyone seems calm. Max is kind of hiding behind a tree still, just kind of occasionally peeking his head out, just kind of cackling and staring down Gaffon.
If it's dawn, they leave.
As soon as it looks once more, it starts running towards you, its foot ready, and just as it's about to kick you...
It just, Thanos turns to dust.
I don't feel so good. Mr. Stark?
Mr. Gaffon, I don't feel so good.
Larch!
Mr. Stork, I don't feel so
Larch,
good.
remember the Union! But yeah, morning's come. What do you all do?
Fireball.
I'd be packing up my stuff to go.
Mm-hmm.
Who wants an animal?
Not today.
Not today? Okay, I'll leave him alone today. That axe beak was on my nerves all night. I don't think I slept for more than like 20 minutes without him kicking me.
Oh, Max is a delight to have.
Yeah, maybe for you.
He was great on watch with me.
Well, you two are a lot alike. The whole, like, sitting there quiet, brooding type.
So, you begin once more the trial, heading southward. Another couple days go by. At around this point, you're about halfway towards Waterdeep.
Can I just interject that in these next few nights, Jasper does not play his instrument once. He just, when normally he sits and plays for like an hour before everybody goes to sleep, he just goes straight to sleep.
I think after like 2 times of that happening, I would probably approach. Yeah, Jasper, you doing all right?
I think this wilderness is getting to me, man.
Yeah, you seem a little anxious, and you haven't been, playing your music like you usually do lately.
I haven't been feeling like myself. Is hearing those screams in the night.
Have you heard him again?
Just no, but it's not right.
Is this a conversation going on in front of people, or are you two kind of like a private conversation?
I mean, I assume like we would have like probably got ready for camp and stuff one night, and then I don't think I would have.
Okay, I just wanted to make if it was happening right in front of me or whatever. But if it's your thing, go for it.
I mean, it's like I'm not being secretive about it. Like, and it's only such a big camp, so you would probably overhear some of it. But I feel like sooner or later we're gonna have to address the elephant in the room, or I mean, at least the deer people in the room.
I just want to get real far from here real fast.
It's probably the safest bet.
Have you had any dreams?
I've had dreams in my life, yeah.
Yeah, me too.
Usually they're about just me walking around the forest and, doing forest things.
You have any idea what these things are?
To be honest, not a clue, but I've got a feeling that they are very aggressive predators.
Yeah, I get that sense too.
I've never seen anything like this, and I've lived in the woods my entire life. Whole 100 years at this point.
You're 100 years old?
105.
Wow.
You guys all see Chris Hansen running past. Where's that predator?
We're trying to catch a predator. We heard there's a 105-year-old here.
No, the vicious predators you were talking about.
I didn't get a really good look at them last time we all encountered them. If you describe them, maybe I've researched about them or read about them or something. Like I don't know really. Like deer people isn't really descriptive.
Yeah. They were tall, right? They were taller than me.
None of you really got a good look of them. You saw the eyes, the cold, glowing, fiery eyes from in the darkness, and they were high up. But that's all you really... The only thing you really have from is Rowan saying deer people.
Oh, well. Honestly, that's not enough information to go on, like to really pinpoint what they could be. Like, I don't want to speculate because that leads to.
They're dragons.
I don't want to lead you the wrong way and end up leading you right into an ancient dragon that just you walk into because that seems to be your thing.
Deer dragon.
Yeah, deer dragon, because that's a thing.
It is. There are dragons with deer horns. There are dragons with deer antlers. The one you saw in Nightstone had
Nightstone.
deer antlers.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, speculation really. Without more information, I'm unfortunately couldn't help. Sorry for butting into your conversation. I'm gonna go mind my own business now.
Levine.
It's all fine.
Madame Levine. As these three chuckle fucks are off playing with each other.
Wow.
You hear a sound you've not heard in a couple months. It's the sound of rocks flying through the air. And you look up.
That music change.
You look up, and high above you, much like one of the first nights ever with this group. Well, at least with Lurch. A never-ending miasma of Borealis spirals and twists above you, and streaking through it, large meteors striking through the sky. And then you begin feeling it. It's a little far away, but it's hard stone impacting heavily upon the earth. Your tents kind of vibrate. Something's happening again.
Larch?
Hmm?
Do you remember what happened the last time we saw these?
Uh-huh.
I mean, I remember seeing the rocks in Nightstone come raining down. Do we know if we're by any towns?
Does Larch know if you're by any towns? Not really.
Yeah, probably not.
Not
Are
really.
we by any towns?
Not really your whole thing. There's a small village nearby, a couple hours east of you.
Does it look like they're all headed in a similar uniform direction?
It looks like they're all streaking east.
Should we follow? I mean, could mean that there's people in trouble if it's another attack or something.
I'm sure it does mean people are in trouble. We didn't do anything last time.
Well, 2 of you died. That's doing something.
Gives us a chance to do better this time. Right?
Yeah, that was 5 levels ago. Come on.
I'm basically a pro with like this short sword that you've been training me every night with.
Obviously.
I do a little flourish.
As you're looking up in the sky, you see the thing you've seen twice before.
Kafan.
The floating, blinking, kind of
What?
just... It looks like it should be getting struck by all these meteors, but it might be higher, it might be lower. It's just this blinking, floating tower far in the distance of the sky.
I point at it and I'm just trying to ask Kafan if he sees it. Do you see the tower?
Kafan, roll me perception with advantage, please. Something strange creeping in
That's
your
the
bed.
one I was talking about.
21. With the eye of Larch, who's spotted it twice before, you managed to spot it as well. It's probably a few miles up in the sky, but you can occasionally make out a large chunk of moving earth, and above it a cylindrical tower just floating around betwixt this meteor shower.
It's Lapita.
I wish. I'm not that good.
Do I recognize it from any studies or anything? Would it make sense? A spell that would move Earth or anything like that, and that grand of like magnitude?
I mean, there's been...
Okay, so let me ask this. I'm sorry, go ahead.
Mages like being grandiose, especially high powerful mages like archmages and whatnot. They like showing off, moving their towers from place to place. It looks like it might be a wizard's tower or something.
Okay. Okay, so it does look arcane, not like astrological.
Correct.
Okay.
And kind of looking towards these meteors and the just the sky swirling aurora borealis above you. None of this really looks natural. But this is high. Like, even your teachers at school, they could barely even touch this stuff. This is high power arcane.
Okay. So I think we should. We were talking about going east. So if we go, like, it's like, I'm down for it because we can go to either study whatever is going on over there, which is my thing, and then all of your thing is to help whatever's going on over there. So it's kind of a win-win. But that is, if that's involved, that is way beyond the scope of anything that I've seen as far as arcane. Like, that takes an immense amount of power. Like, a lot. So whoever or whatever is responsible for that is, I mean, we haven't been very long. I don't know the extent of your abilities. I'm just going to go ahead and guess that that's in a whole nother league.
If we're not on their radar already, I mean...
And you said this isn't the first time you've seen it. So is it following you, or is it just coincidence that you're following it, or...
It could be anything. I mean, I saw it in Nightstone, and then... forget where I saw it again.
It was on your way to Becton.
It wasn't like...
It was just in the wild.
Okay.
You saw the shower in Nightstone. Mm-hmm. You also saw the tower in Nightstone, and then on the way to Becton, you saw just the tower. You did not see another shower.
Okay.
This is the second time you've seen the shower. The third time you've seen the tower. Fucking rhymes.
Shower.
So, I mean, like, I'd be interested to go check it out, but there's no guarantee that we're going to see that in a town. Like, that's really high up.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it could just happen to be traveling that way and nothing to do with the town. I also don't think it's a coincidence that it keeps happening at towns that keep getting attacked.
Guys.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna, Gareth, point at the thing I see to the west and draw their attention to that.
It's just open fields.
They don't see it.
You okay?
You don't see it
you
anymore
guys see
either,
that?
Jasper.
See what?
As you go to turn back to point at it, you point at it, and as just as they're all about to turn their heads, you blink, it's gone.
I think I'm losing my mind.
What did you see?
This figure. It's got glowing red eyes, and it's surrounded in flame. I saw it in my dreams. It's I don't know what's happening to me anymore.
Levine.
I'm gonna detect magic.
Levine, to the south of you, you hear, far in the distance, the sound of a horn that you've heard before. The horn that you saw the elves played when they were coming out after that large beast that came out of our deep forest. It's the same horn that the elves played just before they got slaughtered.
We need to decide where we're going, and we need to get there fast. There's a battle happening.
Hey folks, your humble no copyright artist here.
What is this?
What is this? Stop it!
Is this somebody else's ad read slipping in?
I don't know what that was.
Hashtag not sponsored.
It's supposed to be a copyright-free playlist, but okay.
Hashtag every time Livy has to speak. Fine.
Remember when we were a medical podcast at one time?
Yeah, good times.
That's great.
So which way are we going to go? We have east, which is following that. We have south, which is apparently a fight. We have Jasper seeing stuff west. And then we came from the north.
We came from the east.
King of the
We have to
North.
go east.
Yeah.
This started because of whatever is happening.
We follow the army.
We'll see if we get there before they do or after this time.
Well, if we're on foot, we're definitely not going to travel at those speeds. Like
Neither
that's
is the
moving
army.
fast.
We'll move with them.
You say you hear a horn. Do you know who it belongs to? Do you know what army that is?
It's a group of elves. They're usually on horseback. They were at Nightstone.
They were about 1.5 miles north of Nightstone.
And what were they doing at Nightstone?
Chasing down another army.
Getting
I
slaughtered.
don't know. I was in a tunnel. This was
You were in a tower when you saw it.
Sid was in a tower.
Is that when
Did
we
Sid
fell
see
out?
it?
of
I was
the
under the
tower?
ground.
Yeah,
Sid
Sid
saw it.
Oh,
saw it.
Sid saw it. Oh,
Sid
sorry,
and Drake
Levine.
saw
He
it,
told
yeah.
us about it, and I
Okay.
think maybe we heard the horn, but we didn't know what was going on. Larch and I were down in a tunnel.
Oh, that's right. With the
Secret
cat.
tunnel.
Sorry.
Yeah. No, you're good. That was our dead friend.
So,
I feel like I know everything that he
can't-
knows somehow.
did you watch the YouTube videos? You came from the north. To the west is the shadowy-eyed being that Jasper's seen. To the south is the horn of the elves from our deep forest. And to the east is the sounds of the shower. Or you can sit in the center and just have your long rest.
I vote.
What time of day is this? This is night.
It's about 10 p.m. It's dark. The only light, the moon's blotted out, but the only light is the shifting colors of the Aurora Borealis high above you. And the streaks of fire following after the meteors.
So let me ask you this: if we were to pick a way, what do you think we're actually going to do? Like, if we go east, what are we actually going to do there? If we go south, by the time we get there, what are we actually going to do?
Would help evacuate people. If it's a town again, I mean.
I look at Gaffon and I say, last time we were around this, there was a dragon.
Around that? Well, then let's go that way.
Up.
I cast fly.
Dun,
I
dun,
cast
dun,
dragon.
dun,
Right.
dun, 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 dun.
Summon lesser dragon.
So you guys are gonna go east?
That's my vote.
Jasper,
Yeah,
what
let's
do you
go
think?
east.
Dun, dun, dun,
I mean-
dun, dun.
I have one rule.
Don't
That
interfere.
rule is
Get involved.
that I don't get involved.
Wrap it before
And
you
I
tap
feel that I am terribly, terribly involved.
it. One rule.
It,
Wrap it before you tap it.
if we're heading in the opposite direction of that whatever it is I saw, I'm okay with it.
So that's 3 for east.
4 for east.
4 for east.
Rowan points north. So
We got
that
company in the cave.
that counts for 4. So it's 4 for 4. What does McFly think?
McFly goes south.
Summon Max. Let's see what Max thinks.
Max is just going to choose the opposite of what I choose.
Max wants to go to the demon, the fire demon.
Now, just to clarify, it wasn't fire. It was Reeston. It was
It's just glowing red.
no. It was fire like shadow.
Oh, okay, got it.
Just to clarify, you guys didn't hear that from me.
That is what Jasper described.
Okay, so if we're going east, let's go. That's either we're staying or we're going east.
You could go south.
No. Everybody voted east. Everybody that matters voted east. Max doesn't matter.
Wow.
You heard that from your bag.
Max.
You're just fueling the union talk, man.
They're all down there sitting around a dimly lit table with cigarettes in their mouths.
Seize
Yeah.
the
As
means of
I throw
our
the bag into the
conjuration.
campfire.
Seize the means of your conjuration.
So, you begin heading eastward. What pace are you setting? Are you rushing to go aid, or are you just, hey, let's go see what's going on?
We're the bloody cavalry.
I mean, are we aware of how close this town is?
This is how I imagine Levine talks. Hey,
Yeah,
Like-
lots of hand gestures.
hey.
Like an Italian deli owner or something?
This entire time in my head canon,
Salami
Levine's
on
been
hand.
Italian.
That it's not canon.
It's my head canon.
You enjoy your head canon.
I do.
Which does make
Just like
a
I
mean
enjoy
double
Matt and
blue.
I owning the biggest rum in Japan. And I found out you became the CEO of Nintendo. That was what it was.
Yes, that's what it was, because I hustle. That's what I do. Okay, Josh, skeptic face over there. No Nintendo for you.
Anyway,
What is this old timey music?
Slovene. She just brings out her harpsichord. Let me tell you the
That old.
story.
Okay, she is the second oldest in this group.
So,
Who's the oldest in this group?
Larch.
Large.
Probably Large, yeah.
105.
Oh, I thought you meant in real life.
Oh, in real life?
It's me.
No, it's not you.
No, I
Wow.
think Rick's the second. No, Rick's the second youngest.
Okay, anyway.
I'm the second youngest. Oh wow.
Back on track. Back on track. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that we're all depressed.
Hey, nothing new there. You begin heading east. You start rushing, trying to make some time up. I need all of you to roll me just quick dex saves, please.
Just quick ones. Come on, baby.
7, 18.
Gimmel.
Why is Lurch's not... Lurch, did you deselect Kiss?
No, that's with it.
That's with it?
Mm-hmm. I only have a 16 dex.
Whoa!
Wait, hold on. That's not right then.
No,
right?
it is.
Oh, no,
it is.
I'm not proficient with them.
Yeah, it gave you it gave you an additional 1 for... Okay, it did it differently than it did with Josh's. Anyway. Okay. Why is... Hold on.
Matt did just roll a nat 20 for everyone's ages.
We're old.
I told you I'm 13.
Yeah.
We've critted on our age.
Hold on, though.
I stopped counting after 2 decades.
What
Guys,
level?
I went...
No more decades after that count.
What level are you guys?
I stopped counting after 3.
We're level
Yeah.
6, aren't we?
You guys are
Yeah.
level 6 or 5?
6.
What?
Why is Lurch not leveled up?
Large?
Oh, that's on my... I haven't been updating my...
Oh,
You
he's
guys
been
are through,
using...
Roll 20.
The one
Beyond,
thing I look at,
beyond.
you don't update. Okay.
Okay.
Anyway, we'll worry about that later. Okay. So, 7, Kafan.
Yep, that's the thing. That happened.
As you're running, you manage to trip and stumble and get a boo-boo on your knee.
Relief.
No, on a route. The square route. The square root of 69 is 8 something.
Yeah, I'd have found that.
And you scrape your knee a bit. It's an owie. It hurts when you run, but you're not too. Max doesn't kiss it better because you were mean to him.
Take a prime number of damage.
And you guys begin hearing the sounds of. You guys begin hearing the sounds of crashing stone into timber and stone, and the sounds, unlike before when Larch and Levine entered Nightstone, the sounds of screaming panic.
So we're early to this one.
Yes, this is after everyone died. This is before everyone died this time.
This is while everyone's dying.
My pain! And as you're rushing forward, I need all of you to also now roll me perception checks, please. 8, 19, 26, Jasper,
Nice.
20, Larch. Okay.
Nat 20, Jasper.
You see so fucking hard.
I am now aware that I am a character in a game.
Die!
You see through the veil.
Larch, Jasper, as you're rushing, you see high above you a streak of lightning coming down and striking directly into this old man that's running away from these stones. The villagers they see are rushing out of the city, just in chaos running. There's no order. No one's directing them to go a certain way. They're just running and fleeing. And you see, probably a few hundred feet up, this dark purpley figure kind of blending in with the night sky grasp a lightning bolt sitting beside it and hurls it down from the sky, cracking open the air with a deafening boom as it strikes this man down. For a second there, you see his entire nervous system light up and then fade away to ash. What do you guys do?
Hide. Where are we in relation to this?
You
like, we're
guys are
still
about
in the
100
woods?
feet outside of this town. This town itself is probably only about 50 houses. You can see dozens of people running out into the woods, into the fields, just running. You can see several smaller rocks are landing, ricocheting off of roof timbers and whatnot. And you can see high up above, maybe a mile or so, a large swarming, flaming meteor getting closer. and getting bigger. What are you guys doing?
Are we still in cover though? Like we're
You guys,
in forest,
you guys were not in the forest. You guys are currently just in field.
Oh, that's good.
I don't even know how to handle this.
And
I don't think we can handle this.
There's no handle. Like, there's literally, we're in the middle of this now. So everybody's fleeing by the sheer no good. Oh, good.
Oh no.
Timers are
Oh,
great.
no.
Timers are
Oh,
great.
no. Okay.
So by the sheer number of people we see running, does it look like most of the place is empty?
it looks like a decent amount of people are starting to get out. Yes, you can hear still some screaming from within the city itself, the town itself.
I'm
We
gonna
need to be
turn into
clearing
a tiger,
buildings.
and I'm gonna just sprint to buildings.
Okay. So
I would recommend somebody go with him, though. He is a strange tiger charging into buildings that people are trying to flee from.
Kobo dashes and jumps up onto his back to help
Thank
him.
you, Kobo.
Going.
I'm
Just over 2
bolting to
minutes.
the nearest building, I guess. And
Okay.
I'm looking and clearing.
All right, Jasper.
I'm going to turn invisible.
Okay.
And I'm
Gonna dimension
And
door 500 feet away.
yeah. No, and I'm going to be following Mine Levy.
Okay. So you start dashing behind as invisible as possible. Kafan, what are you doing?
I guess I'm going to go try and get people to leave the town. Like, just tell them they need to leave the town as quickly as I
Quick,
can
everyone
with my
leave.
little legs.
No shit.
Yeah, everybody, you need to evacuate.
He's
Help
just
out where
probably
I can,
standing
but-
there.
Yeah, just
Please form an orderly line. Follow the yellow lines. No, you guys
no one
begin.
panic.
You guys begin running and dashing through.
Single file order.
Jasper, D100, please.
Anybody got thaumaturgy? Full hordness.
Large, D100. Okay. 93 and 20. Jasper, you begin ducking and weaving behind Levine, trying to avoid splintering timbers and fracturing just shards of building that are coming down from the smaller meteors. You can see the large meteor is getting closer and closer. As you guys are running through, you manage to find a small family of humans, two young daughters and two parents. You guys manage to quickly escort them, dash them out into safety. Larch, you in your tiger form dashing through. Just as you're about to reach one house, a large meteor strikes it, and you hear this scream, this high-pitched feminine scream, and you see as this house just bursts into flames. What do you do?
I am gonna knock down a door or window and just jump right in.
Okay, Larch, you dive on through, Kobo quickly barrel rolling off your back to try and go search as well, and you come across, looks like a 10-year-old child. She's sitting there clutching this raggedy doll, just weeping. The fires are beginning to slowly lick up around her. What do you do? She sees you dashing towards her, just screams high pitched.
I just like get real low and I just like kind of like nuzzle up to her and then like beckon for her to like go on my back.
Roll me a quick persuasion check.
Persuasion.
Kobo is there. Kobo can use words. Okay.
No, Kobo rolled off
he
before
jumped
he
off.
jumped into the before Larch jumped into the burning building. They're going off to help another family.
Oh,
Larch, this child looks frozen in fear. What do? Are you gonna grab him?
I'm just gonna lift her up by the
All right, you
back of the
grab her
shirt
by the
and
you
just-
grab her by the clothes and you just start bolting back out. I need you to roll me a quick dexterity saving throw as a Tiger.
As a Tigerian.
yeah, they're good.
The mother of dragons.
The mother of tigers. The tiger of dragons.
Rawr.
A roar. A
Rawr.
dinosaur.
Things I can't unhear.
10. Okay. A large timber that was supporting a large section of this wall crumbles down in flame, and you manage to slide under with the child still in your mouth, and manage to leap back through the window that you came out of, running off a bit further. Gaffon takes the child from you, and he assists you with evacuating this child. Are you going back in, or are you running? You can hear a couple more screams.
Did I see anyone else in that same house?
In the same house? No, you didn't hear any. You didn't hear or see anything. Okay. You do hear
yeah,
a couple more screams, though.
One. Yeah, just go on to the next one and keep doing that until.
Okay, the meteor is getting closer. All right, Levine and Jasper, you two managed to evacuate 2 families, each with children and each with the parents intact. You also managed to find an older woman. She seems to be an older Firbolg, actually. And you managed to just kind of grab her over the shoulder. It looks like her entire left leg is gone. It looks like it got chopped down in the timbers and just... it's gone. You managed to evacuate her out. You hear 2 more sets of screams. The meteor is 20 seconds away. Are you running, or are you going back in?
I'm looking for Larch.
Okay. Roll me a perception check. Jasper?
I'm running.
You're running?
I'm yelling for him.
Okay. Gaffon?
Oh, I'm out.
Okay. Levine, you can see this large tail kind of slink away from behind a house. He's 60 feet away from you. Larch, you hear Levine screaming for your name, and you hear the sound of help, help me, someone please, from the house beside you.
I am gonna knock down the door while I'm in tiger form.
Strength check.
And then
athletics or just strength.
Hold on. I'll just do a strength check.
23.
Ooh, baby.
You managed to just with large strengthy arms or legs, just managed to barrel into this door. The door splinters around you, and there you can see a man. His lower half is under this large this large section of stone, and he sees you just what is the tiger? And he's coughing from the smoke.
I'm going to turn back into Larch. I'm going to yell to Levy, go! And then I grab the guy, and I'm going to dimension door back to, like, the edge of the town.
Levine, you just hear Larch. Roll me another perception check, please, Levine. With advantage this time, because you know where it should be coming from. 11. You hear faintly, go! You think it's Larch. What do? You can feel the hair on the back, even with your fire resistance, the singeing from the proximity of this meteor. What do? You heard a voice yell, go.
Levy just yells the absolute loudest she's ever yelled, and she starts running.
Okay. Everyone. Unfortunately, you don't even get to roll. You're all thrown to the ground from the impact of this meteor. This thing is maybe 50 or 60 feet across. This thing is massive. It decimates half the town, coming in and then sliding to a stop, decimating most of the rest of the town. You all get, even 500 feet away, Larch, you are thrown to your feet with this old man clinging to you. The plumes of smoke and fire jettison into the air. It's quiet. You can hear sobbing distantly. People panicking, people calling out for loved ones or children's names or elderly, this tight-knit community destroyed by this single act of terror. They're calling out, screaming. And after a little bit, you hear the calls back. People begin running in the fields towards each other. Jasper, you stand, you're kind of crouched down, kneeling, invisible, and you see that purple figure high in the clouds, a couple hundred feet up. This large, kind of slightly luminescent smile creeps across its face. And it reaches beside it to another lightning bolt, its eyes piercing down towards a group of 20 individuals. What do you do, Jasper?
How far is he, like...
200 feet in the air? High in the clouds.
Yeah.
You can't see your party members, they can't see you, you're invisible.
I'm gonna drop.
You just see this man, this giant, grabbing this lightning bolt, smile on his face. He looks ready. What are you doing?
I'm gonna drop invisibility, and I'm gonna run towards that group of people and start screaming for them to run.
Okay. Gaffon and Levine, you hear the sound of Jasper's telltale goblin-y screech, and this group of people turn and see this crazed goblin rushing towards them. Some of the men kind of push children behind them, and they try and grab sticks and stuff, looking for the rest of the goblin horde rushing towards them. They're not moving, Jasper. Levine and Gaffon, you can hear Jasper screaming, get out of the way, move, something's coming. You don't know what's coming. You just hear him screaming in panic. What are the two of you doing?
How far away is the group from me?
80 feet.
All right, I'm going to cast Fog Cloud on the group at 3rd level for a 60-foot fog cloud around them to try and obscure... Or do I know the giants there? Do I get that whole picture? Oh, well then...
You just hear Jasper screaming, get out of the way. He doesn't really have enough time or voice to articulate, holy shit, there's a cloud giant about to strike you guys with lightning. Oh my god, run. And it's just, get out of the way!
Am I the same distance?
Yeah, you're about 80 feet from the group. Jasper's about 100 feet.
Okay.
Large, far off in the distance, you can hear the sounds of screaming. You can't really tell who it is. It just sounds like more screaming.
I'm gonna just army carry that guy and just start heading that way.
Okay.
There's nothing I can do.
Do I see Kobo anywhere?
You do not.
Okay. I'm just gonna be on the lookout for him and Levy. Make sure.
Okay. Levine, are you doing anything?
I mean, I hear Jasper, and I know it's Jasper, and he's warning people.
And you hear him screaming, get out of the way. Meanwhile, these people are ready to fight off this goblin that's running towards them after their houses were just destroyed.
Sorry, they're 100 feet away from me?
Close to it, yeah.
Okay.
But you're the only one who spotted this giant. And as you were kind of laying back, catching your breath, still invisible, you saw the giant just kind of enjoying this hunting. Like skeet shooting.
So I'm about 80 feet away?
You're 80 feet from the group, yes.
All right. I'm going to charge as far as I can towards them. And obviously, I can't get there, but I would stop short, and in the state Levy's in, she would immediately just cast Burning Hands on herself and start roaring. So I'm yelling at the people as well.
Okay, roll me an intimidation check with advantage. Gafon?
How close was Levy when she took off?
Levine's about 30 feet from you.
Okay, when she took off...
The group's here. Jasper's all the way over here. You and Levine were kind of at a kind of an angle at each other, so you'd be running towards the same direction, but 30 feet in a cone.
Okay, would I be able to tell Levine would not have made that distance?
You'd be able to know that Levine isn't that fast.
Okay, I want to cast haste on Levine to where she can get there quicker.
Okay, Levine, as you're starting to cast Burning Hands, you feel yourself just get a lot faster. Are you same plan, or are you still running?
Same plan. I'm going to keep running as far as I can within... I'm going to stop short of them. I'm not going to catch anybody in Burning Hands, but I'm going to be charging and screaming at them as I'm lighting up.
All right, intimidation
and stop
with advantage.
And just light up. This is not going to go well, guys. I have not upped my courage.
You can use your strength instead of your charisma if you want.
Yes, I want.
So just roll a d20 plus your strength. Are you proficient in intimidation?
No.
Okay.
No, that takes charisma, and I'm at a -2.
Well, you can still be proficient with things that you're bad
yeah,
at.
but I'm not.
I wasn't sure if it was a racial thing like half-orcs get.
What is my strength?
Roll again, because you have advantage. So just
and
up
what is
arrow.
that? What's that up arrow?
Yeah, up arrow, enter. 19. Much better than 4.
Can confirm.
Much better than -2.
They just see this frenzied, flaming demon come out of the darkness, screaming at them and roaring. And they, much like when their homes were attacked, they just begin scattering again. A woman just picks up a child and puts her over her shoulder, running in just any distance. Jasper, still kind of keeping an eye on the giant you see is just glares down towards Levine. Lightning bolt still in hand.
So I've been running towards them this whole time.
You're about 15 feet from Levine at this point.
Okay.
Levine, I need you to roll a dexterity saving throw with advantage because of haste.
Right.
As Jasper, as you're closing the distance, you see the lightning bolt leave this giant's hand, streak down through the air towards Levine. Levine, I don't believe you have evasion, do you?
No.
Okay, just wanted to make sure.
Now, do I have time? Would I have had time to run up to her and do an action first, or?
You're still about 20 feet away.
Okay. All right.
I'm also going to need you to roll Jasper as well, please. Dexterity saving throw. You do not have advantage. Me roll here. So Levine, with a 20, you just succeed. So you're going to take half damage. Let's see here. This is... Hold on, where is it? There it is.
Does a 37 hit?
Okay, that's really bad. That's a lot of ones. Jasper, in slow time, this bolt of lightning streaks down and strikes Levine, just kind of through the glaive, fortunately grounding a bit, and then it arcs from her into you, chaining across. Levine, you're going to take 18 points of lightning damage, which is pretty weak. Jasper, you're going to take
not the worst hit I've had.
Jasper, you're taking 36 from this chain lightning.
Got it.
commoners have 3 HP.
Yeah, that was meant to, with the 20 of them, that was meant to just destroy them.
Yeah, all of them.
And the women and the children too. Because he has the high ground. But
you will try.
Jasper, you see it starting to do something and get ready to do it again. What are you doing?
Did this knock me down, or am I still?
You get
still
like
up?
thrown back, you get thrown back like 20 feet, get back up to your feet, and manage to run up towards Levine. You're thrown for a loop. You're steaming and smoking from places, but you're still alive.
There's like, what kind of cover is there for us to run and hide?
There's a few ruins of houses, and there's forest lying about a mile or two off.
A mile or two.
Levine is the largest current cover.
There's a giant rock you could try and hide under. You should have stayed there. You could have got squished on it. You would have been undercover then, hey.
Should have stayed invisible. Is what I
Does
should have done.
Levine getting hit by a bolt of lightning cause her to maybe look up?
Oh, you look up. You can't see anything, though. It's just...
Can't clock this guy?
It's just from the Aurora Borealis, this strike of lightning hit you. You don't know what caused it.
Cool.
Just because Jasper got a natural 20.
Cool.
26.
Cool.
And it's 200 feet up, I'm thinking this guy is?
200 to 300, yeah.
200 to 300 feet. I am going to use my loot to cast protection from energy on myself. So I have resistance to lightning, and I'm gonna run away.
Levine, you see, get out of the way! Jasper, come out, stop, get shot back 20 feet, stand up, run towards you, ding, 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 and then run away again.
Ding, 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 ding.
You don't know what the fuck just happened, but Jasper's gone again.
Cool.
You're not gonna tell
I'm not gone. I am running. Like, I am
gonna tell
yelling
Levine to run as well?
Yeah, yeah. The whole time I'm yelling at everybody who can hear me to get out of here.
You're just like, all right, deuces. Ring, ding, 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 ding.
No, I'm like...
Okay,
like,
Levine.
I probably wouldn't have time to coherently describe a giant throwing lightning bolts in the sky, but I'm saying, like, get out.
Okay.
Larch, at around this point, you're coming around the large boulder, and you can see your allies. Levine just got struck by lightning, and Jasper's now playing a ditty. Mr. Lightning, don't hit me.
I just speed up the pace a little bit.
Okay.
Still no Kobo?
Still no Kobo.
Huh.
You do, however, see... what's your passive? 13?
I think so. Let me check. Passive is 11.
Okay, you don't see anything. But, yeah, Jasper, Gaffon, Levine, and Gaffon, you guys hear Jasper just like, all right, we gotta go! Run! Are you running towards the ruins of the houses, or the tree cover?
Me?
Where...
I mean,
Everyone.
the houses are burning, right? Like,
They're burning, yeah.
I'm running towards the tree cover.
Okay.
And trying to, as I pass as many of these commoners as I trying to get them to run in the same direction.
Okay.
Where is Gaffon in relation to me now?
60 feet away. In the direction of the trees.
Okay.
The same
No,
direction
that works
Jasper's
out.
running.
Works out for me. It was the direction I was going to head. I'm charging directly towards Gaffon.
Gaffon, you see this flaming demon charging towards you at super speed. Your pant leg warms up a bit.
Like Legolas, just like flip over and jump on her back.
That's cute. You have to roll for that because I was just going to grab you.
No
Man, if I'd have kept that necklace.
No one can ever grab me. No manhandling.
Too bad. I'm
Steal it off
carrying
of
it.
Larch's corpse. Larch, you can see your allies now running towards the cusp of trees. Are you following?
I take a turn into the tree
Okay.
line and then.
Yeah, you're about 200 feet behind your group, and you're just running. No sign of Kolba.
When we get about 100 feet inside the tree line, I'm dropping Gaffon and I'm stopping until I get sight of Larch.
Okay, hold on though. That's a mile away. We got a minute to play. As you guys are running, some of the townsfolk are following after you guys because you guys seem to know what the fuck to do. Gaffon, you lose sight of the giant. Or sorry, Jasper, you lose sight of the giant as you're running, because you're running basically the opposite direction of him. Rowan also is currently nowhere to be seen. And you guys, I need all of you to roll me just quick acrobatics or athletics checks, please. Levine.
Jasper rolls bad too.
I also have to mention, so if the tree line is a mile away, Levine will not make it before haste wears off.
Haste
I know.
out, yeah.
And then you're...
Jasper, as you're running, you just trip and stumble over a large badger hole. Your foot kind of gets stuck and you kind of twist your ankle a bit, but you manage to kind of stumble up and just kind of keep kind of hodgepodge running, limping. You're in a lot of pain, but you're managed to run. Levine, as well as Gaffon, because Gaffon's being carried. Levine, you feel yourself begin to freeze up and become lethargic as you have that momentum, and you just go ass over tea kettle. Gaffon just kind of goes rolling off in a different direction, managing to kind of stand up. Gaffon, are you waiting for Levine, or are you still running towards the trees?
I would run. I mean, it's my spell. I know what happened to her, so I'm gonna run back to her and try and like do whatever I can to like hurry her along.
Okay. So Levine, you're standing there for you're kind of just face into the mud, just kind of teeth dug up into the grass. It's not a pretty sign, and just kind of slowly, blearily raise up your head.
How is that? Can I cast it on her again?
You can, yeah.
If
you have spell slots.
Does she take any penalties for having multiple casts of it, or is it just at the end of it lethargic again?
We'll find out.
Yeah, she's getting it again.
All right, Levine, as you're kind of pulling up, bleary-eyed, just mouthful of dirt, you kind of spit it out. You think maybe a tooth, one of your canines is loose, and Gaffon just kind of walks up and just goes boop, and you just feel this caffeine energy through your body again.
Hits you with the morphine.
So it was Levy.
Strawberry Fields.
Okay.
Yeah, so Levine, you kind of blink a couple times, stand up, your whole body's sore if you're just full on face planting into dirt at 90 feet per second, and just grab Gaffon again and just start bolting again. Larch. You see your demon friend, some of her cloth is still slightly flickering and cindering from burning herself with burning hands. You're running. You kind of make a bit of speed as she face plants. Small mercies. The The man over your shoulders, he's currently unconscious. He's probably in shock, but he's not dead. Yet. And you keep running. Sign of Levine.
I'm gonna turn into a tiger again, get him on my back, and try and close the gap.
Okay. It's a little hard with Levine having that haste boost. You're a little bit slower than her, even as a tiger. But you guys
would be
Naruto run with Gavon. Falling behind me.
She's moving 180 feet per turn.
Woo!
you managed to
Just imagine if I had my glaive out.
after a couple minutes, so it's a pretty quick mile. You guys managed to make it into the trees. Jasper's actually one of the last ones in because he's the slowest. All right, guys, wait up!
Hey, he said run. He's like run. Everybody took off.
One fucking Naruto runs past you with a glaive. One just tiger bounds across, and you're just like, fucking hell, Jesus! All right, guys, I'm here. But you managed to hide in this cusp of trees. And the shower slowly dissipates. The colors fading from the sky. The night is dark. No moon. It's cloudless. No sign of the giant. You hear weeping. You hear just a few people vomiting in the trees. You hear just people panicking. Still no sign of Levine. Not Levine, sorry. Levine, where'd you go? Still no sign of Colbo or Rowan. What do you guys do? Levine, you kind of toss Gaffon to the side, and as you're getting close to Large, you again feel your body kind of wearing down, and you just kind of collapse to your side for a couple minutes, just completely exhausted. Your body, it feels like you're an elastic band that's been frozen and then pulled taut. Your calf muscles are aching like a bitch. You're in a lot of just physical pain. You're kind of on your back, just panting. Large kind of in tiger form just slowly comes up. The man kind of waddles off of Tiger Larch's back and just kind of says, thank you, strange people, I guess. Is this a person who turns into a tiger or a tiger who turns into a person?
Yes.
Alright, I'm gonna go try and find my family.
Figure that out yet.
I'm gonna try and find my family. But thank you. And he goes off into the woods as well. What do you guys do?
I think while I still have tiger form out, I'm gonna kind of just
Meow.
run back a little bit just to see if I can see Colbo or Rowan.
Okay.
Probably spend about half the time I have left just doing that.
Okay. You're hesitant to go too close to the city, the town, because the buildings themselves are still ablaze. You don't hear any weeping or crying or screaming from the town anymore, like you did when you first arrived. You do, however, see a woman. She's kind of holding her side. She looks like she's in a lot of pain. And she's kind of just bleary-eyed looking out through the smoke. She's like completely smoke encased. She's almost right up against this still slightly flaming boulder. And she's just kind of looking out towards your form. Hello? Hello?
I'm gonna turn back into Larch.
Okay.
And I'm gonna run up to her with a potion.
Josiah, is that you?
No, we gotta get you out of here. We're,
There. Someone's still in there. They saved me. This... And she kind of... It looks like there's a massive gash on her side. There's blood kind of dripping from her ear and her mouth. But she takes the potion, she heals up a bit. But she kind of just collapses into your arms.
I'm gonna get her to the tree line and...
Okay, you kind of carry her. It's about 10-minute walk or so. She's doesn't regain consciousness, at least yet. You manage to pull her over and place her down in one of the trees. One of the other villagers come over and grab some of the... Apparently they'd grab some blankets and stuff when the stuff was collapsing when it first started, and kind of tears up a bit and tries to start bandaging up. And they just give you a couple nods and just say, thank you, thank you. Do you go back?
I think I grab some of the others.
Okay.
Before I head back.
Okay. You head back. Are any of you going with him?
I'd be gone. Like, the second I'm able to shake off the lethargy and exhaustion, I would just be
you're still kind of
over and...
You're still kind of limping around. It's your muscles are tight. Kafan, are you going? Or are you staying in the tree line?
I guess I'll go.
Hold up. Guys, that wasn't just the storm. There was a giant up there.
Stormkings thunder.
Dun dun dun.
And that's where
He said the title.
Title drop.
And
No,
that's where
there
we're
was
gonna... No, that's it. Keep going.
There was a giant up there.
A giant?
Throwing those thunderbolts. That wasn't random. That wasn't
sky.
weather.
Was it a big, tall, terrible giant in the sky?
And
Okay, Sondheim, Con.
and you guys are gonna go
Giants.
back out there.
What we do?
All right. Well, let's go then. Jasper's got like frizzy hair from getting hit by lightning sticking out from
There's
under
still
his
the
hat.
occasional like,
He's just
zap
like,
between his hair. Okay.
I'm gonna down a greater healing potion, and then I'm gonna go with them.
I think Kobo and Rowan are still out there.
You slowly hobble your way, a lot of you in pain, physically, emotionally, whatever, towards this area. Jasper, over the crackling pop of the burning timbers of the buildings, the occasional thundering crash as stonework crumbles in on itself, you hear the sound of just a whimpering whine.
Larch, I can hear you, dog.
Rowan? Rowan?
It sounds like he's stuck. Come on,
As
follow
you
me.
come around a section of building, Rowan is okay. They're sitting there, burnt. Some of their skin and stuff's been torn from the rubble. And at their feet, you see the crumpled and burnt form of Kolbo. Rowan's just kind of sitting there, nudging Kolbo occasionally with their nose.
I'm gonna grab the Locket of Life off of Rowan and immediately try and use it.
It doesn't work. It's been too long. Their body's too broken. Rowan just kind of looks up towards all of you and just kind of whines pitifully and just kind of lays down beside Kolbo, kind of nudging their hand the way Rowan would normally do it in the morning, so you'd pet them, but the hand doesn't move.
March just kneels, just falls to his knees and sits there.
You sit there. The sounds of burning buildings, destroyed lives, ruined family homes, lost memories. And the rain begins to slowly fall, coming in soft little pitter-patters across your hair, over the metal of surrounding buildings. You hear the occasional tink of metal on rain, and steam begins to billow up as the fire is slowly doused. Nature slowly reclaiming the land. And that's where we're going to end it for tonight. Larch sitting there, Rowan beside him, just kind of holding the small, frail, shattered body of Cole. Well, you guys did it. You saved a town. Families and children, sure, memories may have been lost in lost pictures and drawings and paintings, family heirlooms, but their lives live on. Kobo seemingly have given their last deed to save that woman. Rowan finding her body in one of the buildings and dragging it out into the street so that they could be found. It's a bit of a downer to end on, but I want to thank everyone for watching, for sticking in. Thank you guys for playing. I hope you all have a good week, good weekend, and we should hopefully see you next Monday. Stay safe, stay sane, and we will see you next time. Bye.